taking heat. But what if I'm the monster? Like, I'm pretty sure a little red icon will pop up here.
Does it do that?
I think it does.
Oh.
I'm getting some things.
Yep, we're live.
There we go.
Amazing. We got life, liberty, the
And
pursuit
beyond.
of nappies.
Why nappies, of all things?
Why not nappies of all things?
Many, many reasons.
Do you want to give me a hug?
I can give you a hug.
Please give me a hug, Reese. I need to be
I'll
touched.
give you a one-armed hug.
Thanks, man.
Got it. I got you, fam.
I appreciate you.
I got all these hugs to give.
You are a good
And
hug man.
hardly anyone to give it to because of the coronas.
Oh, I forgot to set up that other thing. Huh.
What's
Reese.
What is the other thing?
Never mind. I don't need to. It's cool.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we're good. We're live.
We are.
Friday. When did we start streaming? Did we do it on Tuesday or did we do it on Monday?
Monday.
Are we at a full week?
I think so.
We're at a full week of streaming.
That will forever live on the
That's
internet.
the Corona high five.
Yes.
Yeah.
You gotta fully commit, otherwise it looks like you're quitting.
Yeah, it was completely intentional.
Yes.
Just to.
I didn't miss on purpose.
You get as close as like physically possible. Like there's at least 1 or 2 atom difference.
Yep.
And then you slide past.
And you have to go in hard.
Yeah.
Slide past, going hard.
At this point, the atoms are actually crossing. So we technically do high five, even if it doesn't look like it.
So, how's your Friday, Reese?
It is good.
Do you have coronavirus yet?
I do not, hopefully.
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 Okay.
Considering how many days it takes to start showing the symptoms, if I have any at all.
Yes. 5 days.
Yeah, on average.
When was the last time you went out?
Just Wednesday?
Okay. So, like Sunday, Monday is when we're going to start seeing you be infected.
Yeah.
What's up, Xire? Hello. Welcome
up?
to our stream.
We're streaming.
Are we live?
Hopefully.
Are we here? Are we now?
There seem to be people here.
Yes, we've got hot news today. We've got some hot news coming.
Some
We
real
have
hot news.
3 existential questions today.
That's a lot.
Yes, because we have one for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we're just going to give them to you for free. Is anybody ready for your existential question of the day? The first one.
Dancing Stiff. Hi guys. Hello. Welcome. Brett has got some really mind-boggling things to tell you.
First existential question. Does it bother you that you've never actually seen your own face? You've never actually seen your face.
You've seen reflections.
You've seen
of
your nose,
face.
maybe sometimes your tongue, but you've never seen your actual physical face. You cannot stare at your face. You can only see reflections or copies of it.
Yes, never your actual face.
Faint with the Twitch Prime sub.
Woo!
Thank you, friend.
That was a good first start.
Are you still selling the F Key t-shirt? Yes. You can, if you probably go to our latest episode of Hot News on the UFD Tech channel, you can probably find it there.
F key.
Yes.
Press F.
So, does it bother you that you haven't seen your own face?
Not as much as I thought it would.
Okay. How much did you think it would?
A little bit.
And how much are you at right now?
None.
Okay.
So yes, I stand by what I said.
Hello, Senpai Teach. How you doing? Welcome. I see my mustache too. Okay, that technically isn't your face.
That's
Facial hair.
it's accessories.
I guess your tongue wouldn't be your face either, but I just threw it out there as a way of like viewing.
If you had a face transplant, you could see your old
My
face.
brain doesn't care if I don't have external skin.
Jeepers.
That's what Michael says.
My brain doesn't care.
How far can you pop your eyes out of your socket before you can't see anymore?
How far can you pop your eyes out of your socket before you can't see anymore?
Because then you could turn them around and
Ah!
see your face.
Turning your eyes around to look at your own face.
Yeah.
My face would look ghastly with my eyes out and around, so I'm not sure I'd want to see that.
I think I need external help with that. Somebody would have to take out my eyeballs.
Yeah. But then you could look at your face.
Lovely.
Okay, so that's the first one of the day. We'll get to the others as we continue going through hot news. But first up, let's go ahead and start with some hot news. Okay, let's start with PlayStation 5 details. We have the weirdest possible rumor coming out about PlayStation 5. I'm on fire! Pain.
That's how hot it is.
That was... Catelyn, why do you burn us every day?
She gets pleasure out of it.
Yeah. I need a burn fuel to survive.
Am I fuel to you?
Yes.
Dang. So, PlayStation 5 rumor has come out to feature a 11 teraflop GPU, 52 compute units, and clocked at 1,743 megahertz. And the reason this rumor exists is because of an image posted on a message board, which is the weirdest rumor you could possibly ever think or imagine. Let me go ahead and read this to you, okay? I'm going to spend a little while reading this message addressed to Mr. M. Cerny, Mark Cerny of the PlayStation development team at 1600 Madison Avenue, New York, 16512. Ahem. Mr. Bird, why are you delivering the mail this way? Why not use the traditional postal service? Mr. Bird cannot speak English. Mr. Bird simply responds in bird tongue.
I love it.
Coo, coo, coo. Coo, coo, coo. Coo, 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 coo. Coo, 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 coo. Coo, 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 coo. Coo, coo, coo. Coo, 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 coo. Coo! Coo, coo. Coo, coo? Coo. Coo. Coo, coo. Coo, coo. Coo, coo. Coo, coo, coo. Coo, coo. Coo, coo. Coo? Coo, coo. Coo, coo!
That's a lot of coos.
Oh, absolutely, Mr. Bird. Absolutely. But won't somebody think of the children?
You monster.
You monster.
What a way to end it.
What if I'm the monster?
Yuck.
Okay, so that obviously seems like the weirdest way you think you're getting information out about the PlayStation 5, but apparently there's some method to the cryptid pigeon and what we can discern from this. So first up, the amount of coos that I just cooed is 52. So 52 coos or compute units, CUs, coos. Is what they're saying exists in the PlayStation 5. And then also apparently, I don't know how they get the megahertz thing. Where is it?
Up on the letter on the dressing.
Oh, okay.
Check there. That supposedly
16-512.
That's to do with the memory apparently.
Okay.
16 gigs, 512, and I think it was something else. I can't remember where exactly I saw it.
Let's figure the bird tongue. The message also has a rhyme scheme that matches megahertz. And it's been suggested. Where is the megahertz?
I have no idea.
Traditional postal service. No, that doesn't rhyme with megahertz. Anyways, somehow it's been deciphered that it's 1743 megahertz. And that would equate to an 11 teraflop performance out of the PlayStation 5. So this would put it under what the Xbox Series X has already said it's going to be, which is 12 teraflops. The PlayStation 5 would be 1 teraflop lesser than that. However, both of them would still be better than Google Stadia.
Hey.
Which sucks.
A not so subtle dig at Stadia there.
Yes, so obviously this is completely ridiculous. It is entirely possible that somebody had a lot of time on their hands to develop this, or this is like one of those clever marketing strategies that companies have where they release their own details out before they're supposed to, just kind of like Pixel. The Pixel 4 was leaked by Google.
Google did it a bit heavy-handedly, I think. They were just like, oh, we're running ads for it.
Yes.
It's all up there.
So as Logic Encrypted says, this could potentially be bullcoo.
Yes.
It's a possibility. So that's a thing that exists. If the performance is true, we would have a very close parity between the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. And then there's been rumors as well about the possibility that the PlayStation 5 would be the base model. Excuse me. And there might be a PlayStation 5 Pro launching alongside of it. This could be the Pro, and then the regular one's still going to be in that 9 teraflop region that everybody's expecting.
I could see that.
The 11 teraflop PS5 would be fast.
Still fast.
Still based on Navi 2 from what we understand.
What if Xbox is only getting that little extra bit of juice because of their weird tower system that they've got going. They can cool it better than if it was like a little...
But we don't even know what the
Same-
PlayStation 5 looks like or how it's
Exactly.
being cooled. What if the PlayStation 5 is liquid cooled?
What if?
Did you think about that?
I did not.
He did not consider the possibility.
Prove me wrong, Sony.
I have a question for you. Would you buy Intel instead of AMD if the Intel is the same price or cheaper than AMD? It depends on what it is specifically and why I would need it. So there are minor advantages that Intel still holds over Ryzen. So if they're priced at the same price, if I need those advantages, I could see myself going with Intel. But as a general question, I can't answer. What if the PlayStation 5 has RGB? Needs to have RGB.
Just like a ring.
That
around
would
it.
that would honestly be the ultimate selling feature for PlayStation over Xbox. Xbox already shown we're a black tower. PlayStation comes out and says our PlayStation logo goes rainbow. Instantly gets my money.
See, then all the computer boys would come over and be like, I smell RGB.
Yes. The only difficulty that I would see with that is the reliability of RGB being on long enough, because these consoles are probably going to last 5 to 10 years, right? That's the general time frame. And how many things on a console go wrong after just several years? You got the red ring of death on the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3's died, PlayStation 4's have died, and just losing your RGB would make you feel like you lost the life and blood of your console.
You'd have to throw the whole thing away.
It would become literally unusable if the RGB died.
Just disgusting. Throw it out.
It's been light up, like the PS4 control lights up. And it lights up, it changes colors for various situations, so they could enhance that.
Catlin is right. PlayStation already has RGB on their controllers.
Something we didn't think about.
Checkmate, Microsoft.
Like, you could implement it more if the PS5 controller is going to be so, receptive. They could
What if
implement it more.
regions of the controller glowed instead?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like-
as you applying force, it goes red.
That would be amazing.
Some games, if you die, your controller flashes red. Can't remember, I don't know if it was Tomb Raider or something.
There's been a lot of them
you
that...
die, flashes red, stuff like that.
Nobody plays Tomb Raider though.
I played Tomb Raider.
You don't count as people.
Okay.
I just saw the life drain out of her eyes when you said that.
Okay, then let's go ahead and talk about more console stuff, because there's a company called Local Ray who said that they've partnered with one of the leading console manufacturers on ray tracing, and there's a lot of reason to suspect that this would potentially be the PlayStation because of the fact that Microsoft already has their own ray tracing implementation with DXR. So Microsoft already has its own way of doing ray tracing, whereas Sony would have to either license DXR and use that API from Microsoft, or they could use an alternative such as Local Ray. And Local Ray, for those of you who don't know, are a company that's working on getting ray tracing out to multiple platforms, not just the PC. So they look at RTX from NVIDIA and they see this is a little bit restrictive. This probably isn't as good as it should be. So let's try to figure out a way to get more computing platforms doing ray tracing, whether that be on other graphics cards or whether that be on mobile phones. They've actually had several real-time ray tracing demos that have worked with their setup. So Local Ray has technology that also works on Intel's integrated graphics. And it is possible, I suppose, that Nintendo could have ray tracing.
Nintendo Switch Pro.
Except
with
for
ray tracing.
maybe, I guess. The only issue that exists there is that Nintendo uses NVIDIA. So why wouldn't they just have ray tracing RTX? Because it's built in to the hardware. Okay?
That would be the weirdest thing. Just, can you imagine Nintendo quality games and then they just add ray tracing?
Your Switch would die.
It would absolutely brick itself at this point.
It would be murdered. It'd be bad. Crab Rave, there's no command for Crab Rave, Mythical Yeti Corn. We should have that set up though. That the video that plays behind us is set up by commands.
Yes.
That would be. We're gonna figure that out, so that way you guys can control what comes on the TV.
I'm into that.
Well, that's like a back burner project.
Long term, but we'll add it to the list.
We'll add it to the list, Catlin.
Okay. That could get dangerous though. There needs to
No,
be
we would have to pre-select
Yeah.
what we would allow people to put on the TV. Yes.
I'm into that.
Okay, let's We've got a lot of news to cover today because of the friggin' weekend coming up. So let's go ahead and rush through a few things. Cubic Motion got bought out by Epic Games. Cubic Motion, in case you're not familiar, did all of the facial animations behind Hellblade's Newest Sacrifice, as well as several other video games, and they were part of the design and animation teams on God of War, as well as Marvel's Spider-Man, so they have a lot of animation development expertise and passion and skill, and we've seen it in other games, and now they are officially under Epic Games, and it looks like Epic is going to be using them to bring all of that into Unreal Engine 4, so we'd see more of this good facial stuff in more games.
I do remember like the facial expressions and stuff on Hellblade was just like it brought you into the game so well. I really enjoyed it, and now seeing this being implemented in Unreal stuff, I'm so for that. If like more games can get to that level of like facial animation quality,
yeah,
big ups for me.
Logic Encrypted, you don't have to say Voldemort here because we're doing a live stream. Live streams are supported by people like you. When you donate to the stream, you use Super Chat, you subscribe over on Twitch, we don't have to worry about YouTube banning us for saying coronavirus.
It's a freeing experience.
COVID-19.
Oh.
Novel coronavirus.
COVID-19.
I swear that they mean.
I'm seeing that everywhere on the internet now.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we got more. Let's just rush through it and we can keep chatting as people talk. Square Enix comes out and says that they're working on how to figure out to bring their E3 announcements to us, specifically saying we're exploring other options to share our games with you. More to come. Stay tuned. I can't wait, Square Enix, for you to finally share with us games that are going to come out in 2030. I'm so excited for the 2020 E3 so I can know what to wait for the PlayStation 6. Oh my goodness. We got Final Fantasy 15, we got Kingdom Hearts 3, we got Final Fantasy 7 Remake. All of those took decades. If you add more than... They took over 10 years! Over 10 years, okay? So announce the next things that we have to wait for when my grandkids are finally around. That'll be exciting. Come on, Square Enix. Figure out a way to let me know all of this.
It's funny, but it's true.
It is. And there's so many games that Square Enix has been behind that are finally coming out, that were in development forever. Forever.
It makes me sad just thinking about it. There are so many people who got out of gaming and they'll never get to experience what they were hyped for all those years ago.
People died.
That was
so many people died in between Kingdom Hearts 2 and 3.
Yeah.
That's a lot more permanent than I was thinking.
Especially their voice actors.
That's true.
Leonard Nimoy died and Christopher Lee.
Dang. Yeah.
Hurry it up.
Although, because they waited so long, they were also still able to use Haley Joel Osment, because it's like, Sora grew up too, so we can use an adult person now. Was Hayden Panettiere still the voice actor for Kyrie?
No.
No, it was somebody else.
And yeah, Leonard Nimoy voiced Xehanort, so the main villain had a different voice.
And Christopher Lee was...
Yensid.
Oh, was he Yensid? Was
no?
it? No, he was the Ansem, right?
He was Ansem,
Yeah.
But I think he was also Yensid. He was both. I don't know.
It's possible. Yeah. Yikes.
Did you ever see the stuff Christopher Lee did? He like released his own metal album and everything. It's like an old dude.
Did he do it as Saruman?
No.
Because that would be the best. If he does a metal album dressed as Saruman with the robes and the hair.
It was fantasy themed and stuff at parts, so...
Alright.
Like that's how you live your best life as an old dude.
Yeah. Okay, next. Twitch viewership has doubled as people are staying home from Corona. You guys are part of this. Thank you for watching on Twitch and YouTube and supporting our stream. Apparently, the viewership from last March is up double. 100%. Last March it was 1.1 million. This March it's 2.2 million. This is obviously due both to Twitch's growth, but then also there is a large wave of people coming in and watching Twitch because they have to stay home from or with the quarantine. So that's great stuff. Thank you guys for watching. You're increasing our watch. And hey, don't die.
People want to be entertained when they're sitting at home. Like,
yeah, what else are you gonna do?
Yeah, play games, watch Twitch. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What Elon Musk did was create a battery farm in Australia, and it's an undeniable success.
How do you farm batteries?
You have to dig really far into the ground. You have to have an underground subterranean farm because they don't like sunlight.
Go on.
And then it's just a matter of you take everybody's urine, and that's actually the acid that's in the batteries.
Mm-hmm.
So as it's growing, it converts into an acid that the battery can actually use. It's gonna be replaced when graphene batteries start. Actually, we figure out how to farm those, but regular lithium-ion batteries use people's urine.
And then when you pick them, you leave the stem, and the stem grows a new battery.
Correct, but it's like a pineapple. It takes 18 months.
Ah, okay. So it's not super sustainable yet. They have to cultivate it over a year.
Elon Musk's is the only one that's super sustainable.
Elon's Musk?
That's why we're talking about pee, right?
Okay.
Fragrance.
I was about to say a fragrance company needs to talk to him.
Tesla needs to sell it on their apparel store.
Yes, Elon's Musk. We're available for licensing, Tesla.
I heard the battery farm almost had as many positives as negatives.
Bye.
I don't have a balance.
Okay, well, we're moving on anyways. Microsoft actually did something good, as well as Elon's Musk. They were able to shut down a 9 million machine botnet, which was used for pump and dump stock scams, sending out emails about that, pharmaceutical scams, and Russian dating scams.
What's a Russian dating scam?
You don't get those ads?
I do not.
Like the Anastasia date, where it's like women from Russia in your area or mail order that you can get.
No, I can't
You've
say
never
that.
gotten those ads? Oh, wow.
I think it must be an American thing. Like targeted
I
at
got
Americans.
those in South Africa. Maybe it was just me. They knew I was susceptible.
You're Russian.
I'm what? I can't, I don't have any real life story to back up why they would do that to me.
Russia's trying to influence.
Anyways, Microsoft finally took it down. It took them 8 years of tracking, as well as across 38 countries, working with multiple country judicial systems, trying to make sure that they got everything done, and they shut it down. So no hot Russian ladies in the area near you. Not anymore.
Sorry, guys.
It was fake anyways. So, I mean...
Anastasia's not fake to me. That's the only Russianish name I could think of.
Do you want to cry?
Yes.
I have a shoulder for you right here.
I'll use that later. It'll get messy.
Speaking of botnets, people have installed a botnet in their own homes. It's called Ring. Willingly. It's called Ring. Okay, you put your doorbell on. Not only do you buy the doorbell, you buy the subscription service to store the data, and then they've been selling your information to third parties, including Facebook and the like. Well, finally, Ring has announced that they're going to be temporarily pausing most of those third-party data collections. Why? Apparently, they're pausing it so that they can come up with better options for you to turn them off. That's basically...
I have one major question about this. What usable data are they recovering from the doorbell?
I don't know. If a user opts out, Ring will not share their information with third parties to serve them personalized Ring ads. What information are they getting from my doorway?
Your fingerprints.
But what ads are they going to sell me? Things to take off my fingerprints?
Prosthetic fingers?
Prosthetic fingers, little it'll be rubber fingers that I can pick my ears with?
I'm more confused at the fact that you have to pay a subscription service for your doorbell.
No, that makes sense because it's cloud storage. Where else are you going to store the footage?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it records so you can actually go and check. If there was suspicious activity at your front door at this time, you get an alert.
Well, they store it for, I think, like up to 2 weeks. And then after that, you have to pay. Something along those lines. So the paying for it makes sense.
Go watch one of those YouTube compilations where it's just like creepy things people have seen on their Ring doorbells.
Like the old lady standing there with the knife.
Excuse me? I haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen the dementia lady?
No.
She was just standing there with a knife. Old lady, middle of the night, like 3 a.m., holding a knife, ringing the doorbell, and just waiting for them to answer. And then eventually she just walked away. Turns out she had dementia and got lost and wasn't trying to kill anybody.
But she had a knife.
She had a knife. She had like a full scale, like, chopping knife.
I've seen some creepy ones though.
Could have taken off your whole hand.
Yeah, that's a yikes. That's ooh.
I've just seen a bunch of videos of package theft.
That too.
People are sleazy.
Ring can help with that when it catches movement.
That's how you see those videos.
That's fair.
But then you never catch them. Yikes. Okay, moving on. Senators want to ban TikTok from government phones. Not ban government employees from using TikTok, just making sure that TikTok, the Chinese spyware social media thing, isn't going to be on any government phones. At least according to, that's what the Senate bill is all about. TikTok is owned by a Chinese company that includes Chinese Communist Party members on its board and is required by law to share user data with Beijing. The company even admitted it collects user data while their app is running in the background, including the messages people send, pictures they share, their keystrokes and location data, you name it. As many of our federal agencies have already recognized, TikTok is a major security risk to the United States and has no place on government devices.
If that's true, that's a little creepy that it's
No, it's not!
Text messages and pictures that people send?
How do you think your WhatsApp images get into your photo roll?
I know that.
Exactly, it's the same thing. They need to have background access in order to sync all of that stuff.
Yeah, but the way they're saying makes it sound like it's watching
Of course.
your other texts.
Yes, that's what the government is saying, because the permissions. Okay, so I'm going to get a little defensive here because the permissions on Android and iOS are kind of broad. So let me just pull up an app that I have and see what permissions I've given it so far.
You gotta go down more.
Shut your mouth. Let's go to WhatsApp and we'll just see what permissions I've given WhatsApp. Right? I've turned off my location, but some people have that set to always. It can access my contacts, it can read and write my photos, it can access my microphone, my camera, my Siri search, it can display notifications, it gets background app refresh, and can always access the cellular network. That sounds terrifying if you take it out of context of how the app works.
Yes.
So it's the same thing with TikTok. We're saying, oh, it can access your photos and your messages. Well, yeah, that's how you access the photo roll to post stuff. It has a background sync for that very reason. It's not necessarily, it could be, it absolutely could be that TikTok is doing that. But there are so many other apps that have the same features that we just accept that they're not trying to ban off the phone. So it is a little it's a little fear-mongering. It's not necessarily wrong. It's just a selective application of outrage.
Watch your permissions, fam.
Are you on TikTok, Reese?
I'm not on TikTok.
Okay, well, I think really they're trying to stop this guy. They don't want him to get into Congress because he is a socialist trucker, 26-year-old, running for Congress on TikTok.
Eat the rich.
He posted a TikTok that said, "Yeet the rich." They can't let this guy get elected. They can't make sure people like this are in Congress. This is ridiculous. Yeet the rich.
I love it so much.
Congress is scared.
How about we yeet Tinder? No. Okay, bad segue. I should stop trying to do segues on the live episode. I do it when we record. Anyways, Tinder has delayed its international debut of its apocalyptic adventure show, which is called Swipe Night.
I don't understand why Tinder has a show.
I don't understand why Tinder has an apocalyptic show.
Yes, the specifics are equally weird.
No, okay. So, if Tinder sponsored something like Love Island or Blind Dating movie, something like that
makes
had
sense.
just generally to do, it's kind of a reality show about people hooking up, that would make tons of sense. But why is there a first-person apocalyptic adventure show that Tinder is launching? And also, why are they stopping it?
Did Tinder produce it themselves?
Apparently. It follows a group of friends navigating the end of the world. Viewers take on a first-person role and have to make tough decisions, which get added to their profiles so matches can see how they handled the disaster. The 6-episode first season was released weekly in the US, and according to TechCrunch, has been viewed by millions, prompting plans for international release and a second season. However, that's been delayed because of the coronavirus outbreak. Why would they delay it? I don't understand this.
It makes zero sense.
Why would you nobody's comparing this apocalyptic outbreak by Tinder to actually dying from the coronavirus. Don't see it happening.
I feel like this is them trying to be preemptive. like as a PR move, and it's just like fallen so flat that people are just like, why are you doing this? Why does this exist, and why are you doing it this way?
Who are you, and how did you get in my house? Ah.
I don't know. It could be interesting to see somebody's decisions when put against those tasks. Do you kill your family? Or, like, so they don't turn into zombies? Or do you leave them?
Is that what dating is in the 2020s?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I wouldn't know. I've been out of the dating pool for over a decade.
Be prepared for the apocalypse.
This is something we grew up with. We watched all those shows, and now we have to have a apocalypse plan.
Like, I need to know if we're serious about this. If I get bitten by a zombie, are you going to have the guts to kill me? Or are you going to let me turn like an irresponsible person?
Because watching a video and pressing a button is the same as killing a person.
Yes.
Correct. Herpes free since 03, baby.
That was gorgeous. We got spooks up there.
You're not allowed to say that. That's a derogatory term here in America.
Really?
What?
Yeah. You're not
That
allowed to
means
say
ghosts.
that. No.
What does it mean?
We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah, you're not allowed to say that. I know it means poltergeist in South Africa.
Yeah.
Don't say that, Reese.
Alrighty.
I'm going to Universal tomorrow. Wish me luck. Why?
Isn't Universal closed?
You are not allowed, me or my family ever. No, Disney World is shutting down on Sunday. So they're still going to be active through the weekend. So Disneyland's all across the world, and then Disney World got shut down yesterday. Universal, enjoy it. You know, just stay far away from me and my family. It's going to be nobody there. Yeah, well, coronavirus stays on surfaces for up to 3 days. So they're not going to touch every rail.
Delicious.
Not going to clean everything. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. We've got Android Auto coming to Harley Davidson motorcycles. Yes, because we need old dudes with handlebar mustaches looking at a screen on their motorcycle instead of actually freaking driving those things.
Gotta keep yourself entertained. The long road is boring. We all know this. Let them watch their TikToks in peace. Don't judge them.
They're closing for 2 weeks starting Saturday. They're closing for more than 2 weeks. So that's one of the things that everybody's doing to not freak out. We're going to close until the end of March. What the hell is that going to do? The outbreak's going to be worse by the time you think you're going to be reopening. No, you're going to be closed for the indefinite future. You just don't want to say that. You're going to say the end of March so that you shut down for spring breakers, and it doesn't look that bad. It doesn't look like you're making an outrageous decision. But by the time March rolls around, it's already freaking too late. The epidemic's sweeping America. We've already got people who are infected. Community spread's happening. So that exists. It's already too late to shut things down proactively.
Yeah.
America's already done the wrong thing as far as trying to be proactive about the situation. I'm not saying that America's wrong and that we're all going to die. I'm just saying if there was a time to be proactive, it was February, not March. And so for shutting down for 2 weeks, all that means is we're going to have maybe 100,000 cases in April, and you're just going to stay closed even longer.
That's all right, fam.
Yeah.
Don't tell the shareholders that.
Yeah. Like, no, you're going to be shut down for longer. And all those dudes on the Harley Davidsons with Android Auto aren't going to be able to crash.
Those are going to be the dudes that survive the apocalypse because they're going to be the scary ones in gangs, and like they have the cool outfits, and then they just put a mask on. I'm going to go join one.
And they play their TikToks.
Yes.
Okay. Workers are only getting paid for their current schedule. What about after that? So I know that there's several efforts. Thanks for the follow on Twitch. High five. Yeah, no, Reese doesn't know that that's a bad word.
I learned today.
Yeah, so there's several efforts, like just referencing the NBA, for example. Mark Cuban has said that he's going to be working to make sure that workers get paid for not being there at this point. There have been other NBA stars who have... there was one, I can't remember. I think it might be Dwight Howard. It might be another one. He's committing $100,000 to pay the hourly workers that would normally work at the stadium but now can't because of the fact that the games are canceled. So Disney probably should do something. I know, a multi-billion-dollar rat should be able to pay when there's a global pandemic, since rats are usually the beginning of it. You would think that they would do that, but hopefully Disney's going to do something and not just shut down and be like, screw y'all Disney workers, we'll just hire new ones since you don't have enough money to stay here.
I have a friend who's like personally worried because he goes on tour. He helps out with the guitars and stuff on tours, and he's already had one show cancelled, but he has friends who have had their entire next couple of months worth of shows cancelled, and they're out of work now. So.
Yeah, the economy is going to be pretty hard hit over the next few months. Not just talking about the big players, but if we look at what's happening in Italy, all non-essential retail activity has had to shut down. So that means not only are the big stores, let's say a Best Buy, I'm just projecting American stores onto Italy, but a Best Buy is shut down. All of those workers are affected. But then your mom and pop retail stores are also going to get hit pretty badly. So they're paying Disney workers during this time, during the 2 weeks. What if they have to extend it for months? Are they going to pay them then?
Yeah, that
we don't know.
Becomes a bit rough.
Yeah, there's a lot that's unknown during this time, which is why it's frustrating. Which is why people are going to be here on Twitch, escaping the reality, watching the crab wave for 10 hours.
We got you. This is quality entertainment.
Explain why the date is wrong.
I have no idea what's going on, but I'm loving this.
The date there is not wrong. I know it says March 9th, but that doesn't mean it's wrong.
It's Groundhog Day.
It's a very special date.
Have any cases popped up in Canada? Yes. The Prime Minister's wife has coronavirus. Okay, let's move on, because we got ISPs who have been forced, thanks to coronavirus, to potentially alleviate some data caps, so this is going to be good news. Obviously, with people having to telecommute and remote work for their jobs, they're going to be using a lot more data at home than they were previously, and that means that data caps, which are arbitrary and stupid in the first place, would look terrible on companies, and so companies like AT&T have decided that they're going to remove data caps during this time. There are other companies such as Verizon that are using the coronavirus as a reason to announce a $500 million infrastructure investment. I don't understand the reasoning, but it said it would boost investment in network infrastructure, increasing its capital guidance by $500 million to prepare for the rise in telecommuting and online learning amid the coronavirus outbreak. How does a $500 million investment right now into infrastructure, which takes months, if not years, to roll out, going to fight coronavirus right this moment? I don't understand that one. I could understand some emergency fund being there for repairs and making sure this service doesn't go down, but an infrastructure upgrade to the tune of $500 million is not to fight anything right now. I don't understand. What's up, OG Snipe? How you doing, my friend? Anyways, I think this is probably just Verizon trying to look good while also making an announcement. We're going to be investing in infrastructure. It's for the coronavirus. Of course. We're not bad guys at all.
It's a good way to kind of shoehorn investors into this.
So dumb. Anyways, moving on. Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market has lost 20% in the past 2 days. Not just the stock market that's dying, but it's also the cryptocurrency market that's dying. It's down from its high of $10,500 in mid-February to just under $6,000. So it's got wrecked. It's nearly down 50% in a month. That sucks. Look at that, $5,800 within. Oof, that's a big crash. That's a lot of damage. $4,800 was its loss yesterday.
Ouch.
Oof. But it's gone up another $1,000 today.
Don't sell. Don't panic sell. It's always a thing.
Yes. Or do. We're not financial advisors.
No.
Do whatever you want. Scientists have also said that 5G does not cause cancer.
Good to know.
There you go.
That was the thing.
Today at Apple, which is a session where you schedule with Apple and then they walk you through why you're an idiot and here's how to use the products. Those have all been canceled. You're not allowed to schedule those anymore in the United States.
Bing bong.
Sing along. You got that, Reese?
I got it.
So that's happening. And then Apple, good news, has said that all of their retail stores in China should be reopening as of Friday. So the coronavirus outbreak's not so bad. What did they want?
They just spring.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. And then the last little cool thing that we have is that for $39,000, you can buy a wide-angle lens that can actually see behind itself.
I love that.
So this is quite a cool little thing. It has a 270-degree field of view, meaning that it can see things behind it because of how it receives the light. It can receive light that's coming in behind the lens and wrap it around to go into the sensor on the camera. It's kind of crazy. So this is a 270-degree picture.
That is so trippy.
Just don't mind the cowboy head.
What?
just ignore the cowboy head.
Zoom in on that, please.
Okay. I cannot, apparently.
Can you play the cowboy screaming song? Cowboy screaming song. There we go.
It's the thing, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
My brain is trying to process that image.
I love it. I'm confused what it is though. It just looks like a model. Wax model.
Okay, get off of the... We're not talking about the unicorn or the cowboy dude.
The unicorn.
Well, he's mounted on a pole, so it's...
Unicorn head.
Okay. All right, get off my screen, Catlin. Come on.
Straight out of Westworld. That's right.
Yikes. Okay, so that's what we have for today's episode of Friday's Hot News. Now we need to go into the weekend section, which means we need to start off with another existential question.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Second existential question of the day. Is everybody ready for this?
No. Now I am.
Okay.
I just had a second.
When you clean your shower, are you your shower's shower?
This one bothers me heavily.
Are you your shower's shower?
That's like
When you clean your shower.
that's the whole vacuum cleaner thing.
What's the vacuum cleaner thing?
If you clean your vacuum, are you a vacuum cleaner?
Only if you clean it with your mouth. By inhaling.
I don't think I have the filters for that.
You ain't got bristles in your lungs.
No, you're not. You're not spraying water on it, but you are.
Yeah,
I would
you are.
use the water.
Yeah, I would definitely spray water. I don't know. How do you clean things? How do you clean your shower?
With your tongue.
Are you cleanly? Is my shower fish and chips? Where's the food coming from?
You don't shower with food?
Who showers with food?
I shower with my tea bags in the morning.
I just pour Belle Delphine bathwater on myself.
That's a throwback.
Ugh.
A lot of y'all are saying you don't wash, and we need to have a
If
talk
you're
about
a
that.
girl and you pour her bathwater on you, do you automatically become a gamer girl?
It depends. Do you game or not?
But you have bathwater on you.
Gamer girl bath
Forza.
water.
I don't like you guys sometimes.
You're welcome.
You're making the shower take a shower sometimes, but it's not. You're not. It's water. Yeah, but my shower isn't the water. My shower is the experience. Otherwise, I'd say it's raining.
I shower with Dr. Pepper. That is a life I would love to live.
Showering with Dr. Pepper?
Yes.
Who's Dr. Pepper?
That wasn't funny. Is that a reference to something?
No.
It was just a bad joke?
It was a bad joke that caught me at the right time. I was not mentally prepared for that image. You can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make him shower.
I say yes, you are your shower.
to me, it makes sense. You know,
No, I don't. Please explain.
you're using water
Use your
to
words.
clean the shower in the
Yes.
same way that you would use the water to clean yourself in the shower
Yes.
by taking a shower. Then you're giving your shower a shower by cleaning it with water that's showering down on
Especially
it.
if you use a hose.
Or you pee in it. Can't have a shower without urinating.
That's not how you clean the shower.
I found out that there's this thing called urine crystals. Did you know that if you pee in the shower, it hardens in your piping and turns into crystals? The uric acid hardens up and they have to come and clean it up. I have a plumber friend and he was detailing me how he had to clean out urine crystals. And I thought he was joking. I was like, oh, pee crystals. And he was like, no, they're real. They suck.
I don't want to have to picture cleaning up pea crystals. That sounds disgusting.
Don't be a plumber. Twitch banned this.
Yeah, ban me too. I'm so not ready for that mental image of pea crystals.
Somebody says you look like an Ewok.
I'm okay with this. I love Ewoks.
Now I picture Reese in the shower.
You're welcome.
You don't have to
I'm
picture it. I
sorry.
can DM you if you want. There's no privacy around here. I did picture him in the shower.
You thought
But it's a picture.
I can just Photoshop myself in the shower.
Yeah, we can do that. We photoshopped you into a plane, so we can Photoshop you in a shower.
Brett,
Kidney stones are in the pipe. Brett and Reese are having a forbidden relationship. It's only forbidden because my wife asked me to stop.
Understandable.
shower door with a Ring doorbell.
Brett, can you please stop doing that stuff you do with Reese? No. No. Huh?
I can picture it, but for some reason he's still wearing his hat.
I see that. I did see that.
How else do you keep the water out of your eyes?
Yep, and make sure it drips down to all the right parts afterwards.
See? Logic.
Yes, it's efficiency. It's efficient showering. Speaking of efficiency, let's talk about NVIDIA's upgrades to their RTX series of graphics cards potentially, because this is something that is a huge rumor. So take it with many grains of urine crystals.
Yeah!
Instead of salt, get those urine crystals, hold on to them while you're reading all of this, because a lot of this is a little suspect. So, NVIDIA GeForce Ampere rumors are showing that it could be using Samsung's 10 nanometer process nodes, so neither 7 nanometers nor is it TSMC, and it's going to launch in Q4 2020. The RTX 3080 Ti is up to 40% faster, and ray tracing comes to the entire lineup.
So they're not going to have the weird split between the 1650 successor and
Yeah,
just
so
like,
that's supposedly the rumor. That's supposedly what's happening. We obviously don't have a lot. This is coming through WCCF Tech and them conglomerating some rumors that are out there, including some code names that have passed through the EEC and some other rumors that are coming out saying that there's going to be no EUV-based GPUs coming out. So it's going to be based on Samsung's 10 nanometer process node, which is apparently closer to an 8 nanometer node somehow. And the GA102 has been taped out based on Samsung 10 nanometer. And the new Tegra will use the same process node, which could potentially mean that the Nintendo Switch would also have this, which would goes back to the other thing we said earlier.
Yeah.
Ray tracing on the Nintendo Switch could be a thing.
that's interesting.
So we can see here that there could be a GA102, GA103. We can see here that there might be a GA102, GA103, 104, 106, and 107. As you can remember, the TU117 and the like, those are the GTX 16 series. So they're saying that with the new low-end chips, the GA106 and 107, those would be RTX-based chips. Now there would be ray tracing on them. They would no longer be GTX chips that exist. And what we can see here is a breakdown of the specs. GA102 is supposed to have 84 SMs, 5,376 CUDA cores, 12 gigabytes of memory, up to 140% better performance. And one of the things to note about this performance is that unlike the RTX 20 series, we're actually going to see a major increase, supposedly, in rasterization and basic 3D graphics technology. So the 2080 Ti is not such a huge jump over the 1080 Ti, but supposedly, according to these leaks, because of the advancements that NVIDIA has made in the Ampere architecture, we're going to see some big jumps in the rasterization technology that exists with the 3080 Ti.
This is interesting.
So 40% better performance with regards to the actual 3D gaming prowess, and then ray tracing is supposed to be on the order of 50 to 100% better.
That's fast.
Because of just the efficiencies that NVIDIA made with the architecture since Turing was the first generation of cards to feature any sort of ray tracing cores. So they've made tons of
they've had time to actually now double down on that and improve it. Yeah,
again, take this with a giant grain of urine crystals. None of this is necessarily going to be true. 12 gigabytes of GDDR6 VRAM makes a lot of sense. Pricing could also potentially go up with this. I mean, we all were pretty shocked when the 2080 Ti ended up costing $1,200, but especially with the fact that they're probably going to be unmatched by AMD, we could see them even raise this up even further to the $1,500 price category.
Screw that. 2,000. Bam.
Okay, they accept your offer.
Sorry, guys. I thought they would cave.
So that's the generic rumor right now. We'll have to see if this actually plays out. It's being leaked. Samsung's going to produce it, which is a big deal because TSMC's been producing NVIDIA's GPUs for the longest time. There's been like some rumblings across the industry that Samsung was going to be taking over for NVIDIA, but NVIDIA actually came out and said we are committed to our partnership with TSMC, but that obviously could just be public posturing and not necessarily the truth of what's going to be happening. So yes, it could cost $20 because we are in 2020. What's up, Updated Media and Cyberpunk and Maddiclad? How you guys doing? Welcome to Twitch.
What's up?
How you? No, I hope you're all right. So that's a thing. Another NVIDIA GPU news is that the RTX 2060 may potentially be getting an 8GB refresh before the RTX 3000 series comes out. So this is coming out of some EEC filings that we're finding from Asus, which is showing some 8GB models of the RTX 2060, and it's not the Super version. So the RTX 2060 Super has 8GB of VRAM, but it's based on the RTX 2070 core, whereas the RTX 2060 will be based on the RTX 2060 core with 8GB of VRAM, although the RTX 2060 KO that came out from EVGA was a little weird because it was based on the RTX 2080 core. It's all been confusing. NVIDIA was doing this with the 10 series. We had how many versions of the GTX 1060? So getting that many versions of the RTX 2060 isn't necessarily such a confusing thing. I mean, it's still confusing. It's kind of dumb, but
it's not something we haven't seen before.
Yeah. You're probably not going to see that much performance gain from the 2060. I think this is just NVIDIA choosing not to discontinue the 2060. I don't know. It's weird.
It could just be like it's now more profitable to get more 8GB production going, and like however they're buying it up or whatever.
Yeah.
So it ends up being cheaper to actually just add it in.
You see the news on Tech Power Up where the US is preventing Huawei from buying from TSMC. I saw that they put out a new article, but it wasn't anything new. We talked about this in a hot news, I believe, last week, that the US government's going to be pressuring TSMC to not sell to people that America doesn't have a trade agreement with, and so like they can't use American technology. It's really weird. It's an actual large increase in authority of the American government over foreign companies.
Yeah.
So the likelihood that the US is going to pass this, or the likelihood that companies are going to respect that, is like, it's super up in the air right now. The only thing that I read on that Tech Power Up article was the fact that the Chinese government responded and was like, this is dumb, don't do this. So there's that.
It does seem like a little bit of a reach for the American government to be like, don't do this over there.
Hey, you people in Taiwan, you're using our technology, therefore you're not allowed to have Chinese customers that we don't like. That's not how it works.
Nope.
I mean, they can make that how that works because they put in like licensing agreements, but it'd be really weird and a large expansion of power.
Yeah, as someone who's not American, it feels like this. It does feel like an overstep
I didn't say that. I said it's an expansion.
It's an overstep.
Okay, I'm not going to determine where the line is, Reese. You take your fascist politics and you get out of here. You neoliberal, right-wing, Nazi, sympathizer, Antifa-based,
Dang.
Bernie Sanders supporting lover.
That's a lot of conflicting things.
Yes, that's why I kept going.
I'm so confused now.
Updated Meta, you are famous now. You're welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Cool. 8 gigabyte. Then also NVIDIA Australia and New Zealand tweeted out to keep your eyes open for March 19th. But then they deleted the post. This is a weird post because March 19th is days before the anticipated release of press stuff for the upcoming GTC conference that was supposed to happen on the 23rd. So this is 4 days before that, but with the information of keep your eyes open and then also the images that they tweeted with it, it looks like there's going to be an announcement regarding foveated rendering from NVIDIA and how they may have figured out how to do foveated rendering for VR properly. And for those of you who don't know, let me give you a little bit of a background on foveated rendering. It just means that what you're looking at is what the GPU is rendering. So everything that's on your peripheral vision gets rendered at a lower resolution, thereby costing less horsepower from the graphics card, and what's just directly in front of you gets more.
Field of view aided, basically.
No.
That's what it makes it seem like to me.
I think foveated is a word.
I know that, but like it reminds me of, field of view. That's what you're seeing is being rendered.
Foveated imaging is a digital image processing in which the image resolution or amount of detail varies across the image according to one or more fixation points. Because the eye's retina is called the fovea. It's not an acronym, Reese.
My thing still stands. That's the field of view rated rendering.
Way to live, Reese's in pieces.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Ripperoni.
I got you, friend. So keep an eye out for foveated rendering from NVIDIA March 19th. And then also, Ubisoft has announced that they have a couple new games coming out for Stadia. Monopoly! They have freaking Monopoly coming to Google Stadia. Do you want to pay $10 a month for cloud gaming so that you can play a board game that everybody hates in the first place? Well, Google Stadia is the place for you!
Felt that one in my jimmies.
Monopoly! They're also going to have The Crew 2. They have a release date for that, but Monopoly's coming April 28th.
That's far.
Monopoly! The best game that you wanted to play on Google Stadia. No, I didn't want to play Doom Eternal in real 4K. No, I want to play that in upscaled 1800p. That's what I want to play it at. But I've been hankering for some monops.
I believe
I need some monops in my system, okay? I'm going to be quarantined because the gosh dang coronavirus. I need Google Stadia to come save me so that I can ruin my relationships with a board game that's based on the bourgeoisie taking over the little man. That's what it is. It's supposed to be a representation of how all the billionaires aren't supposed to consolidate their wealth. You're supposed to see it happen in real time in the gosh dang board game so that you realize it maybe isn't the best choice for a world economy. That's what I want from Google Stadia.
Watch the Stadia sales spike now that Monopoly's been announced. That's how it works.
You'll have a lot of time at home to sit and play Monopoly since that's a really time-consuming game.
It's also a way to lose friends, and that's how you pick out who you eat first.
That's how...
You have friends.
Do you think the coronavirus means we're going to have to eat each other?
Yes. When you're stuck indoors, you can't go to the store. Whoever loses at Monopoly, sorry fam, you're at the bottom of the barrel.
Survival of the fittest.
This is
The fittest get eaten first because they're lean. They taste better.
The fittest are the ones we send out on the running missions where they go and get food. They can't
Are you
get...
talking about people as food now, though?
Yeah, if they can't get food, and when they get back, it's Sorry. It's over.
No, that's another board game.
It is.
Oh my. Okay, so that's Saturday's Hot News edition. Now let's go ahead and move on over to Sundays, which means we need to do another existential question of the day. Is everybody ready?
Nope.
This one's going to excite Catelyn.
Wait, I have a drum roll.
At what point does bread stop being bread and it becomes toast? What point? When does bread stop being bread and when does it become toast? You put it in the toaster, comes out toast, but what's the transition period? Huh?
When it's crispy?
Yes, it's always crispy. So is bread that's left out toast?
No.
Because it gets crispy
It
the longer it's
doesn't
out.
get
Is
crispy.
croutons toast?
No. Stale bread isn't toast.
But it's crispy.
No, it's not crispy. It's stale.
What do you think? What's the difference? It feels the same when I'm chewing it.
No, it doesn't.
What bread are you eating?
We're talking about toast, not bread.
Stale bread is not. You can barely chew stale bread. It's so hard.
But what if
Have you had a crouton?
But a crouton is like extra crispy.
extra crispy toast?
As soon as it becomes crispy, sure, but how much crispiness?
At what point?
Yes, because there are variable amounts of crispiness. How far does the crispiness need to spread on the bread before it becomes toast? I need a number here, percentage.
At the point where it starts to change in color.
Okay, so if I have mold on my bread.
No.
But what if I take a fire to it and I just blacken it a little bit? Is that then toast?
Yes.
Not just burnt bread.
Delicious.
If I light my piece of bread on fire, does it become toast?
Yes.
And not burnt bread?
If it's in ashes, is it toast?
If a baker overbakes a loaf of bread, is it toast or a burnt loaf of bread?
It's toast.
Still toast.
Did he come out with a loaf of toast?
Yes.
If we burn you, you're toast.
Where does the
Okay,
definition
you're talking
lie?
about eating me, and you're talking about burning me. What's happening here?
We've been planning our survival techniques
Okay.
for when we're eventually quarantined.
I do not appreciate this.
See, this is why you don't bring South Africans over.
I didn't realize you guys were cannibals. Wasn't aware that was like what's happening.
We're not cannibals, we're survivalists.
Do what needs to be done.
Why? Jason says he's been load shedded.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's a South African thing. Fun times.
I like Monopoly. Thanks, Diamond. Woo! Thanks for the super chat. Oh, we got a little star going on. Look at him. Look at the little star.
My hand is so spicy right now.
Some milk. Sounds like Brett's toast. I don't like this.
Mold is a disqualifier, yes indeed.
But it changes both the ability for the crunch and the color.
I hate that you know
Is
it's
molded
crunchy.
bread toast?
No.
Have you eaten crunchy mold?
I tend to stay away from it. Do you have experience?
No.
Well, then why are you acting so disgusted if you've never had it? You don't know.
It's soft though.
How do you...
I've touched it.
Why are you going around touching mold?
You know, if you leave
Not on
coffee
purpose.
in the container long enough, mold does become crunchy. Have you ever had crunchy coffee mold before?
How do you get coffee mold?
Just leave it in the container
Mmm.
for a while.
Mmm. Disgusting.
Well,
I'm getting really weird flavors in my mouth right now.
here, let me add another.
Catelyn's just...
Speaking of adding another, AMD looks to be adding another CPU to its repertoire from the Renoir. The 4000G has appeared, being benchmarked at 3.5 gigahertz. So this is going to be the APU that is based off Zen 2 graphics and AMD's updated Vega graphics. So AMD talked about this back at CES. Why did this change articles? I don't like that. The Vega GPU that's going to be in their upcoming generation of APUs is going to be 15% faster clock for clock than the previous Vega GPUs. So not only are we going to get much better CPU performance out of the 4000G, we're also going to get much better GPU performance as well. So we could see both a 15% uptick on the CPU and a 15% uptick, on the GPU, which would mean you multiply those together, that's a 255% increase. That's how you do math.
Math is hard, friends.
Or is it 225? I think it's 225, my bad, excuse me.
See? I told you, math's hard.
Math is hard. So, yeah, in case you are caring about Renoir, AMD did say that this is going to be coming out this year, so benchmarks coming out is a good thing. 3.5 gigahertz on the APU is a pretty okay clock speed. Obviously, we would like to see more. If that's the base clock, then that's probably pretty acceptable. It's good. It's good stuff.
I've been really impressed with their desktop APU things.
Yeah, the 3000G, 3200G, 3400G have all been pretty gosh dang good. Alachua County School Board.
This is an important message from the Alachua County School District. Press 1 to hear the message now or stay on. There are Wildcat families, like many others locally and globally, have been closely monitoring the coronavirus and paying specific attention to the CDC and the WHO guidelines. While mass gatherings are not banned at this time, after much consideration and many conversations, we have made the difficult decision to cancel all extra activities next week. This includes the second grade performance of Bugs on Tuesday, the third, fourth, and fifth grade social on Wednesday, the Wiles PTA Family Fun Night on Thursday. The superintendent's office has canceled the 2 fifth grade field trips next week, the middle school honors band on Wednesday, and field day on Thursday. We are extremely disappointed. However, we feel that the risk is too great to continue with these events. We understand this news may be disappointing.
Is anybody listening to me?
But we hope you understand.
I love you. I wish you were here. What's wrong with your button? Oh, that's the rocker. Okay, bye. Okay, that's not... We weren't sending our kids to any of the extracurricular activities next week anyway, so that's not a big deal. There we go. How long do you have to bench press before you get benchmarks? No, see, the way you get benchmarks is by not pressing. You just let it hit your throat. You're good. Just got a nice purple stain on your neck afterwards, which could be from Thanos rubbing you.
What?
Sorry. Moving on. Speaking of Thanos rubbing, he's rubbing all his power onto Intel's next generation of Comet Lake CPUs because I believe it's the 10900T, which is supposed to be the lower TDP version of Intel's chips. 10 cores, 20 threads, but 35 watt TDP. There's been a benchmark coming out showing that the TDP is 35 watts, but the actual power draw is 125 watts.
Woo!
This is one of the many reasons why people expected the next generation of Comet Lake CPUs were going to be delayed, was because you can imagine a 35 watt CPU drawing 120 watts. What do you think a 120 watt CPU is going to do? Yeah, that's right. It draws about 300 watts. How does that feel for your power supply? Pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Yeah, that's going to hurt.
It hurts. Yeah, that's that. Then, some good news. MSI is saying that they're extending their warranties on anybody that had a warranty coming due in March. So they're going to give everybody an extra 2 months for MSI products. So if you have an MSI laptop, which will likely die because those things are pieces of crap after 2 years, or you have other monitors, PC cases, AIOs, motherboards, if you have a warranty coming due and you're in any of these areas right here, including the US and a lot of other parts of the world, they will give you a 2-month extension through the end of May. So good job on MSI for doing that. That's the first time I'm hearing a computer company mention that they're going to be extending warranties due to the coronavirus. So they know that you can't get out, make sure that it happens, so they're going to make sure that you get what you need taken care
nice
of. Yeah, it's a good thing by MSI.
Proud of you.
The first company that does it gets celebrated. The 10th company that does it, it's like, what took you so long? So we can reflect on it now, but then when it's like Azrock's not doing it, you're like, what the hell, Azrock? You're gonna be those guys, huh? I'm gonna have to brave the coronavirus out in the weather to make sure that I can just deliver you my motherboard that died. Is that how you're gonna do me?
What's up, fam?
How you be like that? If only the X370 titanium board was total. If only it was totally crap. Is that what you're saying? Because it wasn't that bad. It wasn't great. It's just had much better X370
You corrected
boards.
with wasn't.
Yeah, I know. I know he was going. I was mocking him before he did.
I know.
I'm gonna get more water.
Go for it.
Keep talking, Reese. Give me personality.
I'm looking at what the chat's saying.
Don't look at the chat. Look in your heart.
What does my heart say?
I don't know. You need to listen.
I don't have the heart of the cards.
That's because you keep losing it.
I don't know where I put it. It's one of those things I always.
What kazoo song do you want?
I want a beautiful rendition of Two Dudes. Well, thank you, Catelyn. That was lovely.
You're welcome.
A true yo-yo mom.
What?
Yo-yo ma?
A what?
You don't know who Yo-Yo Ma is?
You
She
what?
does. You what, mate?
You what?
Go quick, change the date from the 9th to the 13th. No!
The date is correct, even if it's the wrong day.
That's a
March 9th
special
is the
date.
right date.
Also, it's Groundhog Day.
You can't make the same joke twice and
I
expect it.
can because it's Groundhog Day.
See?
Guys are awkward.
I have a drinking problem.
He does.
I spilled.
Did you do it again?
I did the spill.
We need to get you a new mouth.
Ah.
Try drinking with a really big straw.
Those videos.
Can I put
are
my mouth
awful.
over the entire
Do
thing?
you want a toilet paper roll?
Yeah, because I know how to do it properly. You have to utilize your tongue. You just don't just inhale it into your windpipe. You gotta go. You make your tongue a straw.
Delicious.
It's also how you get better launching when you're spitting.
Okay.
More distance.
Life hacks.
Told you had a drinking problem. UFD Tech Bibs when? That's not a... Where can you get that shirt? You mean the shirt that I'm wearing? You can go to our merch store, which I don't have the link for offhand. Can you do exclamation point merch in chat? I don't know if that will give you the link.
Did we set that up? I think we did.
We may have a long time ago, and it might still be active. It works. Oh, that's the wrong one, though. But if you click on that...
You should be able to find the same.
Yeah, by like going to our other store. So you can get Reese's F key shirt if you want on that, but you can't.
I don't know if they let me go
Yeah.
straight from here to. Probably not.
Yeah, well, you figure it out.
You can get the hot news mugs there though.
Yes, you can. Hot news.
Ba-da-da-dum.
I need my chat back, Reese.
Yeah, I'm getting it. I don't know. Did this open in a new window?
It looks like it. Although it's possible that it did not.
I think it just like straight up yeeted my other chat. Dang it!
How could you do this? I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this.
Okay, so how's everybody doing? How's the coronavirus got you going? Are you okay? Catelyn, get rid of my laptop, please.
Well, just
Toy
put
with
on the
it.
desk.
Catelyn,
Eat it.
please. Catelyn, please. This is ridiculous. How's everybody doing? Is anybody quarantined? Anybody showing any symptoms? Curious. Oh, we got a new follower. Thank you, friend. Woo! For the follow on Twitch. Really appreciate it.
I can't believe I've done this.
Anybody had their life changed? Anybody try to get some tech products that they couldn't because of the coronavirus and made it
Ooh.
sold out like toilet paper?
That's an interesting take on it.
Hmm?
I need to know the real world implications people are having.
Yes. How are your lives actually impacted right now?
I went to a trivia night last night with a group of people, and everyone is super hyper aware, so nobody wants to shake hands or high five or anything. And that's just anyone in general.
Oh, we got another new follower.
You bamboozled me.
Thanks for the follow on Twitch, fam.
Much appreciated. There we go. I fixed my things. That took me way too long.
Catelyn, if you keep going out, I'm gonna have to quarantine you.
Okay.
And by that I mean isolate you.
Okay.
I'm gonna lock you in your room.
Cool.
Slide food under
Just
the
get
door.
closer to the slavery that's like
Detention servitude.
yes.
There's no cases in Gainesville yet.
There are 2 cases in Gainesville.
I've been smuggling
Since
toilet
today?
paper from work.
Since 2 days ago. The first case in Gainesville was a week ago. Or it was 2 days ago. They're at Shan's.
This one.
Which what? I've been smuggling toilet paper from work because you can't buy it in Australia. Do you smuggle it in your butt? Because that would be the ultimate irony. Double-use toilet paper. Once on the in, once on the out. Do you just hold it in there until you poo and then you have it come out while you're pooing?
I need you to stop talking.
I probably shouldn't be asking them this. These are just the thoughts that are going in my head.
Have you seen the toilet paper alternative comics?
I've seen the one with the escalator rail.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
This morning's one was to use a cat.
That exists. Yes. I'm showing a symptom, but it's only one. It's gone away, and I have no direct ties to Trudeau's wife, so I'm good. I'm 61 and a smoker. Figure watching you is one of the last things I can do before it gets me. It's one of the last. Wait, are you saying we're gonna give it to you, and it's the last thing that's gonna happen, and then you're gonna die?
Yikes.
No, I think he's saying it's the last thing he's doing before he dies,
Oh, thank you.
which is a compliment.
Thank you for spending your time with us. I appreciate your life. Don't die.
Captain's translating for us when we have the dumbs.
Tampons would also make good, or like pads, like good emergency toilet paper. They're
No.
slightly absorbent.
What about
No.
what about tissue boxes? Just like
Yeah, you could just get tissues. They're thinner, which makes them a little weird.
Put a tampon up your butt.
That's not what. No, wipe with it. Okay, don't stick it up there. Okay, that's a different scenario. That's for a different reason.
I hate both of you.
Australians gone crazy buying toilet paper and tissues. All stores are completely empty. Well, you could buy rags and get reusable toilet paper, which would not be good. Or you could do what the Europeans are flexing on everybody with, and the Eastern world, which is bidets. Those are popular. Or you just get a hose.
I experienced those bidet things for the first time when we went to Taiwan.
It's delicious. Viper Dog with the Twitch, or is that a Twitch? Sorry, I need a. It's a regular sub. Thank you. 4 months in a row, or 1 month in a row. Excuse me. 4 months though total. Wait, what's up with the spectacle swap? Also, America, change you guys. This topic is weird.
Nothing has changed. We've always been weird.
You know this, Rickus, and there's no spectacle swap. Reese is wearing contacts. These, my friend, are blue light glasses because I was getting headaches after work. So now I filter out the blue light all the time and I look smarter. And then I can do this. Well, actually, I have more power. I'm a greater man. Do you prefer if people watch on YouTube or Twitch? I would prefer Twitch.
It's easy.
Yes. And that means you can connect your Amazon Prime account to Twitch and give us free money because you use your Twitch Prime on us. That's the thing. Nerd cosplay. That's basically what I'm doing. I'm outwardly representing my internal reality. Tage the Mage with $5 dono.
Whoa! Let's do that again.
You both got to jump.
Amazon is still selling rolls and rolls of toilet paper. Yeah, you can still buy them online. It's just all of the stores are out of stock. But, I mean, why do you need that much toilet paper?
Have they not been implementing like a only 2 per customer kind of?
No, they did, and it's just swarms of people. Like I saw security cameras of like hundreds of people going into Walmarts and Walgreens and like grocery stores and wiping the shelves clean.
That's crazy.
Which, I mean, if you're gonna wipe something clean with, it should be toilet paper.
Did You make your.
I had to. Callan doesn't have one. You need to get a sound effect like that.
Get one.
I need it.
Forgot that one.
I've been subscribed to you since you were in the really small studio in Africa. Thanks, friend. Which really small studio? Because we had multiple.
There was some small studio times.
We had several studios in South Africa. We had four technically.
Technically 4, yes.
Yeah, technically 4. Did you ever clean your butt with water after eating something really hot? Do you mean diarrhea?
What?
Gross.
Because at some point it does become like peeing out your butt.
Disgusting!
That was well used.
Speaking of peeing out your butt, NVIDIA's GPUs. We've already covered the 3080 Ti. So, I've been subbed to you since you were in the closet. Oh, I forgot about America Days.
I
So that's
remember
2
those.
years ago. So we technically had like 6 studios. Although when I was in America, I was traveling around a lot. So I was in closets, I was in bedrooms, I was in hotel rooms, I was in hotel bathrooms.
Here in
I
my
was
garage.
I was in garages. I was in hotel business rooms, or like their computer rooms. I was in a lot of places during that time.
So when did you come out of the closet?
Once or twice.
The comments were insane.
The basement video. I did film one video in an abandoned basement. It was kind of creepy. And it wasn't abandoned. They just had it under construction, but it did look like it was in a crack house.
Just a little.
Yeah.
Just a little.
Can you please tell us how many % of your watchers are from each country? I don't have those data right in front of me. Ampere and Turing News at the time, many videos. Yes, we were talking about Ampere 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Does the wife know? My wife knows everything. I don't keep secrets. Besides the fact that Reese and I are expecting.
Wait. Wow, this is news for me.
See? That's why I haven't told her.
I found out with you, fam.
Congratulations.
We're
It
expecting
was definitely a
a
surprise.
sexual harassment lawsuit sometime soon.
I'm gonna name him.
Thunderlife, $2 dono. Ooh. Any plans for a U.S. meet and greet? Coronavirus! What are you talking about meeting with people? I have plans for a U.S. stay inside and stream. Excuse me?
This is our plans.
No, we did. So we went to the University of Florida. Nobody talked to us that looked like they knew who we were. But then we were gonna give away that NZXT case. But then the original date we had it scheduled for was spring break, and then the date that we postponed to was this past Wednesday. And that was the day that UF decided that they were going to shut down. So we were postponing any like outings that we were going to do because we had a lot of plans to go on campus and do a lot of content, which would have made it easier for like a meet and greet. So we'll keep. Oh, we just got another $2 from Super Chat. Never mind. I just remembered Corona. It's okay. It's okay, baby.
It's
You okay, baby? Would you rather eat a baby goat or a matter baby?
Matter, baby? What's the matter, baby?
Nothing, sugar. What's the matter with you? I took off work for that rip. For what? Took off. Oh, I'm so sorry, Daryl. I'm so sorry. Yeah, we had to reschedule for several reasons, and yeah, the coronavirus was the second one, and so it's gonna be. At least you didn't get
Postponed.
coronavirus from work,
Bright side.
unless you did, in which case I sound like it. Oh, you went to Disney. Perfect. You got coronavirus there. All those snot-nosed kids licking all the rails everywhere. Just
That one.
So the
clip.
the scariest thing about coronavirus is that it can last on cardboard for 24 hours, which means all of your Amazon deliveries coming in that could potentially carry it on the.
Infected Amazon deliveries. I love it.
Yes.
I got a delivery coming in today. Let's see if I get some.
Yes, get it.
I'd want to spray it with disinfectant.
Or you just might want to risk it for the biscuit and lick it like that Utah Jazz player who decided to touch all the microphones. Did you hear he came out and apologized?
Really?
And not just apologized, so like you would expect, obviously, PR
Yeah.
move, they have to apologize, but he said, please let everybody look to me as an example as an idiot and not what to do. or like what to not do because it's bad. Don't do this. Like, look at me and realize that bravado gets you in trouble. So he like had a proper apology with like I'm a dummy.
Yeah,
Shouldn't have
learn
done
from my
that.
mistakes.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not gonna get coronavirus. Yeah, you got coronavirus and then you gave it to everybody. Thanks. Winner. Chicken dinner.
Chicken dinner.
Corona dinner.
Yeah, that was a bit of a dumb move. if I've
Imagine
ever
you
seen
are in
one.
quarantine in Disneyland. That's not how quarantine works. They would kick you out.
I would totally be cool.
Quarantine doesn't mean you're locked in for all time. It doesn't mean that you're not allowed out of your house. So that only is the case in China. China is the only place right now that has a government that uses its authority to that extent. America will not be on lockdown like that. We're probably going to be on a similar lockdown to what Italy is, which is they're demanding that retail stores close down if they're not essential. But they can't stop you from leaving your house.
It's advised to stay indoors and only go out for emergency supplies to your grocery store or to.
Yeah.
Don't do the dumbs, is what they're trying to get people to not do.
Yeah. Brett is a super spreader. It's true. When I do hot news, I'm trying to project all of my coronavirus onto the lens, and I've heard somewhere that if you get it on the camera, it transmits through the internet.
Digital.
Digital, get down. Is that NSYNC or Backstreet Boys? I think it's NSYNC.
Wow.
How many clicks does it take to install the coronavirus?
How many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop? Same amount. Just getting here. What on earth is playing behind you? The Crab Rave.
This culture. That explains why my monitor tastes salty. Best song on Beat Saber.
Yes, it's a little difficult.
I love that. Masterpiece. Agreed.
Whew. That was great. I love that.
The song warms my heart.
There's a question that I saw I wanted to answer. Doesn't heat kill it? No. So that was some news that was spreaded by a government official who said that it might miraculously go away in April when the heat comes. And what we're finding is there's not a ton of evidence for that.
Don't make assumptions if you have a platform like the government.
Make all of the assumptions like we're going to ban trade from Europe. Oh wait, no, that's just didn't happen. No. Trade's unaffected.
Yeah. no.
Heat only kills it on Intel processors.
Just run all your processes without a heatsink.
If you don't have any hand sanitizer, you could just dip your hands in boiling water.
Yeah, just burn your hand. If you burn your hands, you can't transmit the coronavirus because they're going to be wrapped up in bandages and you can't touch anything.
Mm-hmm.
The corona can get on the bandages.
Yes, but then you can, I don't know.
Don't lick your bandages. Why are you licking
See?
bandages? Who
This
farted? It was probably me.
This is scientific fact.
Voldemort is not my friend. He could be, if you let him into your heart. Will you accept Voldemort as your one and only destroyer?
Welcome.
Today, friends, let Voldemort into your life. Let him destroy 20 to 30% of your lung capacity.
I don't need that extra 20 to 30%.
Nobody does. All of these people out here thinking they need 100% lung capacity. The corona is in hot places already like Florida. Thank you, Thunder Life, for the dono. Woo. Appreciate the $2. $2. Excuse me. Yeah, it's already spicy here in Florida. It's warm.
It's getting warmer.
And it's spreading in Miami.
Yay.
Yay.
That's not good.
The best one was the fact that the people whose job it was to greet people as they were going on to cruise ships in the port at Fort Lauderdale. 4 of them were found to have coronavirus. The people who were greeting people to get onto a floating petri dish. Welcome aboard your stay on the Royal Caribbean. We really hope you enjoy it.
Enjoy your corona.
We're praying that you don't get coronavirus, okay? You don't need to worry, baby. Everything's going to be fine. No coronavirus for
None.
you.
0. 0.
Excuse me. Enjoy your stay. You know that the reason why the cruises are so bad is because they recycle the cabin air, right?
Really?
Yes. And so the coronavirus doesn't stay in the air for that long. It's not like forever, not days. It's like maybe 15 minutes to an hour. I'm not sure the exact number. It can be in the air, and once it gets sucked up into the tubes and sprayed into somebody else's cabin, that's when you're getting hurt, and that's why it spread like wildfire on all of it.
Yikes. That doesn't seem like a great place to be right now in the midst of this whole...
You can't just stay on the
outbreak.
deck because people are licking all the rails on the deck. And where are you going to sleep? If you're trying to sleep, somebody with coronavirus is going to walk by, see you on the ground, go... You can't win. It's a lose-lose-lose situation. It's just the irony of the situations that get us to appreciate what's happening. It's kind of like when hurricanes show up. The only thing you can do is prepare you don't care, panic, and make jokes. Category 4, Floridians don't care about hurricanes. Meanwhile, Jimmy, get the truck. Get all of the generator juice that we need.
The generator juice. I was not ready to be Jimmy. I was so startled by that whole encounter.
Now I know what to expect in a hurricane.
Yeah, that's basically... So category 3 and below. Category 4, okay.
Maybe close the window.
Close the window. Category 5, just leave. Just leave. And you'll come back. It'll be fine. Don't try to stay. Let's have a Corona party. Yes, gather everybody together just like a hurricane party because that's what you do. You get the day off work because they're legally not allowed to require you to go to work, but it's not dangerous enough that you need to leave, so you all get together and party. Same thing with coronavirus.
I've never thought to have a party in the middle of a hurricane.
Well, it's because you've never had hurricanes, you landlocked little African countryman.
I had a tropical storm once.
You never really had any natural disasters. South Africa is one of the safest places in the world when it comes to natural disasters. The worst thing that could happen is a meteor hits the Atlantic Ocean and takes out Cape Town from a tsunami.
I mean, we had a tornado once, ripped
We
off
had
a few
an
roofs.
earthquake once.
But the earthquakes, they are just like...
Why is my floor wobbly?
Yeah. I woke up once during an earthquake, and I was so confused and still dazed. Because I was fast asleep a minute before, and my windows were rattling, and I was just like, damn the neighbors. My brain just went straight to like, why are they doing this?
I think it was 2015 we felt a earthquake.
It was 2014. So I was in a class, and suddenly everything started shaking slightly, and our chairs were moving.
So
while
we're
we were
talking
sitting
about
on
two
them.
different things because I wasn't there in 20.
Was there another one?
There had to have been because I felt my butt shake on my couch in Centurion.
Well, Joburg has plenty
Yeah,
because of the
we
mines.
were further south in Centurion and we felt that it was nice from.
No, I had a couple
like
when
somebody
I
was
when I
massaging.
lived in Joburg. For that year, I experienced about like 3.
Weird.
Yeah, no,
Isn't that just explosions?
Yeah, they don't mean anything.
yeah, it's
South
mostly,
Africa's not on any fault line, so
yeah, it's
not a
mostly
real
tremors from the mines and stuff.
That's what we thought it was, and then it turned out to be an actual small earthquake.
There was one actually in Swaziland that we felt it was
Excuse me.
because Eswatini,
Thank you.
its name has changed. I do apologize to any Eswatinians. Yeah, I don't know the actual.
Yeah, that's
What is?
Yeah, I don't know.
There was one right on the opposite side of the border from where I lived in Eswatini, and that was probably the most intense one I've ever experienced. That was like things shaking, and you just like wondering what is going on.
Scary.
It was scary.
Is the rest of your team coming to the USA after this virus goes away? No, the rest of the team was let go.
Sad kazoo noises.
I don't play around.
Everything just works.
Oof.
So you guys want to hear some bad news? That's not hot news. It's not tech news.
Yes.
So my wife just contacted me right before we started stream, and apparently our son's liver is dying because of all the medication he's on.
Well, dang.
So we have to pull back on his epilepsy medication, which means his epilepsy is going to come back. And if he gets the coronavirus, his fever induces seizures, so he could die.
Well, that's hectic.
Try not to cry. Dance. Crab
Try.
rave.
Wow, okay.
I don't know how you guys handle your tragedy, but I do it through not
Why not?
handling it.
I don't really have any tragedy memes.
Okay, give you a tragedy, man.
I'm this.
Nope, that's not. It was a little inappropriate.
A little.
It was a little. Keep dancing till the virus passes through. We just got to keep up our dance.
I'm. What do I do with my arms? This is a crab rave.
Biddies, 96 bits. Woo! From Smutty Potty.
That name.
Smutty Potty? You know, when we do the zoom in, you have to leave.
I know, but I'm.
Get out!
I want to look at myself in the corner.
Get the hell out of my Zoom.
I'm.
Get out of my Zoom! I will chew on that. Smutty Potty? Really? Anyways, thank you for the bits. I hope that doesn't happen. I don't. I heard the liver is remarkable at recovering and rebuilding itself. Yeah, except for when you're 2 years old and you're on a ton of epilepsy medication and you're unable to actually recover your liver because you have to still stay on that epilepsy medication at a lower dose, and it continues to corrode your liver until you die eventually. So that's the reality that we're facing right now. Yay. Who's going to try the new triple lupa at Taco Bell? I'm not going to Taco Bell, okay? All right, I understand restaurants need to stay open, but the difficulty that I have with that is that the people who work at Taco Bell are the people who cannot afford to take off of work. They're the people who have children who are at school. If they get infected, there's nothing they can do about it. And I have tons of sympathy for them. But unfortunately, they're also the people who go to work when they're sick because they can't afford not to.
That one.
And I will not go to any place like that right now because you shouldn't be going there in the first place. So don't go there now.
That one.
They deliver even worse. All schools closed for 3 weeks in my state. What's your state, my friend? What state is that? Because we just got a phone call from the school board here in our county saying that they're canceling all extracurricular activities. Michigan. Okay, wow. Florida's still not going to do it because we've already taken our hurricane days and they don't want to necessarily extend our time anymore. A Michigander? Is that what you guys call it? That's weird. That's weird. Ohio? Ohio's closed the schools? Dang. Florida gonna look stupid. Or at least Alachua County will. Because Alachua County is being a little dumb. Couldn't have transitioned my time to permanent work from home setup any better. Dude, I was going to say that on your stream last night. I was going to be like, how excited are you that you finally work from home? Especially, I mean, your little one should be fine, but obviously you just don't want to catch it at all. Anytime a little baby gets a fever, it's not necessarily a good thing. So, yeah, good transition time. Especially if you're working in IT support where everybody like brings you their laptop that they broke and they're just like, here, take my cesspool of filth that I constantly touch and have never cleaned once.
I had to go disinfect my hands because I got a delivery.
Most of Pittsburgh's local colleges have canceled in-person classes and are moving online only. Yeah, UF did that on Wednesday. Buffy the Nazi Slayer with 10 Australian dollars, which is worth like $2 real. Thank you.
My hand is on
Much
fire.
appreciated. IB? You be what? You be buzzing?
bits?
Roser with the biddies.
I gotta swap hands.
Donate me bits? More.
Uh,
We were transitioned to work from home until further notice, and the travel has been postponed until May. Nice. I was trying to figure out if we can send the kids to school and just leave them there. That's fair. The issue with canceling public schools is that 38% of America's healthcare workers have kids in elementary school. And so if they cancel that, then they have to find alternative accommodation for that, obviously.
it becomes difficult. I mean, you could find a way to take the kids out and create a place for them, but then that's the exact same issue with them going to school.
Yeah, or they have to have their grandparents watch the kids.
Which also has its own problematic
Ramifications.
implications there.
Yeah, because they are then the most susceptible group. Sorry, had to burp.
Well,
So while we're talking about coronavirus, let's go ahead and pull something up. Catlin, could you switch on over to my? So in case you guys don't know about this website, you've got the infection2020.com, which gives you a live update of everything that's happening. So you can see currently the United States is experiencing an exponential growth in the amount of cases and deaths that are taking place. Technically also the recoveries, but like 6 people have recovered, and exponential doesn't mean much there. But you can see there's a lot of hotspots going on. Like you got Washington State's a hotspot,
Yeah.
Florida's picking up quite good, California got a lot going on in LA, New York's hitting a lot. It's kind of rough. Should I be scared to buy used parts from people? Not if you use gloves that you dispose of immediately after and you spit in their face and run away real fast.
not actual advice. Disclaimer.
I'm pretty sure Zach knows I'm kidding. No, we do not get demonetized on Twitch for saying coronavirus. And we're streaming live on YouTube, and we'll say coronavirus just because our streams are viewer supported. So when you guys give us bits, you do super chat, you sub to us on Twitch, that means that we are free to say whatever we want, and we're financially incentivized by you, not by our YouTuber overlords.
Thems.
Yeah. So check out infection2020.com, and you can see where the infections are going.
It helps to keep you prepared. I think it's grounding to a lot of people to see cases start popping up in their counties and stuff.
Yeah, like if we can just switch over, Catlin. The issue with this is just the exponential spread. Could you get rid of RCam for a second? So you see down here, this is the amount of people that have been diagnosed. It's just exponentially spreading, and one of the issues is that this should be even higher, but the American government is not providing enough tests. 8 tests were performed on Sunday, provided by the federal government.
You guys have like 300 something million people.
Yes, so that's the federal government. State governments have done a much better job of making sure tests get out there. But what we're seeing here is that the amount of cases that are diagnosed, the American government won't diagnose or test for cases unless you've traveled. And what we're seeing is that community spread is happening. And so it's a weird
It's way too late to worry about the
Don't touch
travel.
your neighbors, but we're only going to travel. We're only going to test you if you travel, even though your neighbors can spread it to you.
That's so dumb. Like, it's way past the point of testing for traveling. It's spreading in communities. Account for that. That's ooh.
Yeah, I'll provide a link. Let me find. I'll send that. But yeah, just keep live up to date on that. It reports it in every county as well. So there's a Twitch stream for it, but then there's also the website that that Twitch stream is pulling from. So that's the wrong one. There we go.
I don't understand this weird response to the virus.
It's yeah. So state governments have been doing a pretty good job. The federal government's first priority seems to be controlling the economic damage. But when Disney World closed down, you realize that the economic damage is already too bad.
Yeah.
It's already.
The mouse is.
We
giving
need
up-
goop. Where's?
Get Gwyneth
Where's
Paltrow on the
Goop?
phone.
She knows how to help us. Where's Ja?
Where's Ja?
I need Ja Rule to come comfort me in the time of economic turmoil.
Let's see what Ja has to say about this. I guarantee Goop will have something eventually.
Oh, we got the coronavirus cure. Well, you have all of those people online selling silver as a way to help kill coronavirus.
You're joking.
No, it's a thing. It's a thing. Does silver kill the coronavirus? Well, it's been tested to kill other coronaviruses. It hasn't been tested on this one.
It doesn't not kill it.
The chances aren't 0%.
Yeah. Buy it anyway.
Oh yeah, I didn't post it in YouTube. My bad.
Whoops.
Give me a second. I'll post it in the YouTube.
Let's get him the links. Oh, another dono.
Nice. Thank you. I'll celebrate you in a second. $5 Finger Life. We should assume it's everywhere. Wash hands, disinfect, touching surfaces. No face touching, no crowds, and stay indoor public places too long.
If he has this, I've got it.
I'm a douche. I will apologize, and I'll also pay for your medical care.
I mean, just feed me ice cream.
I will feed you ice cream. I know that if I have coronavirus, me infecting you is the least of my concerns.
Yeah, I'll be alright.
Actually, I'll probably come live here, to be honest, and stay away from my children. Because if my son gets it with his epilepsy and his immunocompromisation, woo! Hospital, here we come.
That's gonna be bad.
Yeah, we already discussed the PS5 and 3080 Ti news. PS5 is rumored to be 11 teraflops. The 3080 Ti is rumored to be 40% better than the 2080 Ti at regular games, and up to 50 to 100% faster in ray trace games. A school in Cape Town closed after a parent has tested positive.
Oh no.
Yay, Cape Town.
Dude, the dancing crabs are distracting. They're supposed to be. They're supposed to be a lighthearted distraction from the stress of the world. Do you think they care about coronavirus? No, look at them. They're happy.
This is what happiness looks like.
This is what joy is. We can't have that right now.
We need positivity in this time.
We need distraction. They pulled A Quiet Place Part 2 from the theaters.
That one still stings a
That
little.
sucks. That sucks a little bit. They just need to release all of the movies as straight to home streams. Make us pay extra since they're new releases.
Yes.
Make us pay more than a movie ticket.
For multiple people. Because now, remember,
Yeah.
they are missing out on multiple people having to buy tickets to actually go in there.
Yeah.
Because it could just be you and all your friends.
Charge us between $20 and $50 for a release. We'll gather up people at our homes and we'll watch the movies.
That sounds like a good plan.
That fox looks scared as hell, though. Were you talking about Ferdinand?
He doing alright.
Ferdinand the Crack Fox.
He's grimacing all the time. It's not a big deal.
Doing fine.
That's just who he is. How much should the 3080 Ti be? How much should it be? $800. How much is it going to be? $1,500.
How much money you got? Nvidia wants to know.
Don't tell us what the fox said. The fox said, life is pain!
Pretty much.
Accurate.
Kill me now! I'm excited for Minions too. Is there a second Minion?
I had no idea.
What about the Ryzen 4000 18-hour battery life? You mean the thing we covered in Hot News like 4 days ago?
That one.
It's good.
It's nice. 18 hours plus minus.
Yeah,
One.
external news, I don't know what the cost of the 3080 Ti is going to be, but I can only imagine the price is going to either stay at $1,200 or increase. Nvidia's not going to drop the price.
No.
It's not going to happen.
They saw that they could sell the 2080 at.
Well, no. What the thing that started this was they saw that they could sell the Titan V for $3,000. So when Volta came out and they sold a Titan of it, it was $3,000. And when they came out with the Titan, what's the latest one? The RTX Titan, that's $2,500. So they already saw that the $1,200 card, which used to be the Titan XP was $1,200. When they saw that they could get a lot more for that, they were just like, okay, well, let's just bump everything up a step.
I've been seeing an increase over time.
Zach That is weak talk that you will not be buying the 3080 Ti on release day this time. My friend, you are anticipating that you are not going to grow between now and when it comes out in the future, which probably could be next year. My friend, you have a huge growth trajectory in front of you. So just keep on keeping on, and maybe you'll have a lot more money than you're anticipating, and you're going to be able to waste it. All weak mindset. The phrase "I can't afford it" is such a weak mindset.
You don't need to eat. Top ramen is cheap.
They won't change prices until AMD puts pressure on them, which isn't happening anytime soon. Sounds about right.
Yeah, I can
that's what I would say as we go.
I think that's why everyone was so hyped for like big Navi news. Just like help us, save us a little bit.
Please help us, sir. Please, AMD, give us more.
See,
I'll be buying two 3080 Ti's on launch. So that's actually also one of the things that goes with the rumor, is that only the 3080 Ti is going to have multi-GPU support. So if you get one, you have to legally get two at that point.
It's in the documents when you buy it.
Yes. Crypto crash, no money for new cards. Yikes. But you also have a while before new cards are announced, so I wouldn't necessarily worry about the crypto market right now. You only lose if you sell.
A while before they're announced, and then a while still before they're released. So
exactly.
You've got some time to save up.
You got a little bit of a wiggle room. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Ask your grandmom for some money.
I mean, with the rate things is going, I don't mean to be rude, but inheritance money.
Ask your Grammys to update their wills.
Catlin's got the right idea.
Make sure your grandparents put you in the will. And then try not to spread coronavirus. But life happens sometimes.
Who knows?
My mom's already dead, so I already got that inheritance.
Of course you had to.
I can't make dark humor about other people's family dying without relating it to mine.
Sure.
Maybe the 3080 Ti will come with a free month of Stadia featuring Monopoly.
I can't wait.
Are you trying to piss me off?
Yes.
Monopoly was announced for Stadia for those of you who are just joining us. Monopoly. You know, if we want 4K gaming, the way we're going to get it is by freaking Ubisoft finally giving us Monopoly. During this time of coronavirus, if we actually want real gaming, it's got to be Monopoly. Stadia, $10 a month for Stadia Pro. You want to play cloud gaming? Monopoly.
Another fun fact to add on top of that. You still have to buy the Monopoly.
You still have to pay for the Monopoly game. As someone in IT, watching Not Who's in the Middle of the Day counts as work, right? Well,
yes.
Technically everything counts as work right now because you're not supposed to be working. Because work causes coronavirus. I read somewhere.
Is there a correlation there?
Potentially.
Better be safe, fam.
There is no proven correlation, but there is also no disproven correlation. Nobody's done a study on whether work causes coronavirus. What has been shown is that stress is one of the number one causing factors of immunocompromisation. Lack of sleep and stress are a lot of reasons why people get immunocompromised.
Luckily, I've been less stressed since moving here, so...
You're welcome. I've also fired you, so that helped.
Just a bit.
Just now, you're fired.
Sweet.
I love you.
Hello.
We can't have office relationships. I have to fire you.
That's the way it
Lack of sleep? Yeah, as a new parent, you're screwed. Can the rest of the players use the Monopoly if you already bought it? I don't think so.
I think everyone has to buy it.
It must be multiplayer.
Probably. Like online multiplayer Monopoly, and then everyone just disconnects because they get bored.
Oh, I'd hate that.
I'm sure there must be something added to it to make it more engaging. Digital Monopoly. What's your favorite Monopoly piece? Which one do you pick if you play Monopoly?
I haven't played Monopoly in probably over a decade because I hate the game so much.
I'm the car, always.
Always the car.
Always. I will fight you for it. I fought my brothers for the car rights are mine.
Did Nvidia announce anything or just rumors? Camels May Cry. The only thing they announced was a tweet which they subsequently deleted, which was wait for March 19th, which we expect is going to be an announcement of foveated rendering, which means that they're going to have better VR performance. But as far as the 3080 Ti, it's all just rumors at this point, which means take it with a giant urine crystal.
I think they've just announced Jensen's leather jacket so far.
Jensen's new leather jacket would be bomb.
If you don't get a nice leather jacket bundled with your 3080 Ti,
Did you know that it helps to not spread coronavirus?
leather jackets,
It's automatically disinfectant.
I believe you.
Gotta go get that leather.
Can't be pleather. It's gotta be leather.
Okay.
Leather tights. Like a true rock star.
Protect me, please.
Nah, she's good.
Do you want some leather pants?
She's offering leather pants, Brett. Do you want some or nah?
I just need to know whether they have a backside.
You can't be a dual master unless you have leather pants.
Yes.
I don't want to be a dual master. This channel does not offer medical advice. See your doctor. Absolutely. We offer medical
Nonsense.
disturbances.
What color is a urine crystal?
It's whatever color you taste it as.
Yellow for banana. I have disturbing mental.
Is that a taco emoji? Emote? Sorry, excuse me. Because that is a glorious taco emote.
It is gorgeous.
I love it. We just got a $5 dono. Woo! Thank you so much, friends. Let me just pull up what it said. I'm so sorry I didn't read the message. Fuel and alcohol will never drop except for the entire, oil war that's going on right now between Russia and Saudi Arabia that dropped the price of oil and tanked the world's economy. Actually. Sorry, excuse me.
Oh, my hand is so spicy right now.
This channel causes medical problems. I cause high blood pressure and increased heart rate, I know. Both through the fact that I look ridiculous and then also...
hand damage.
Yes, hand damage, you're welcome. I found $1.99 gas the other day. Nice. Congrats. I think it's like $2.40 here? So.
Yeah.
Gainesville's always expensive.
Is it just the thing?
Camels May Cry says, thanks for answering me. Thank you, friend.
Anytime.
Yeah, that is a taco. That's a laughing taco. Just bought an EVGA 750 Supernova, and it has cockroaches. If you turn it on, I'm sure it'll kill them. And probably catch on fire, in which case take a picture. Take a video of you turning it on with the cockroaches.
Please do.
And record their screams.
Watch them scatter.
Then send it to EVGA and let them have nightmares too. Love you guys. Good night. Good night, Smutty Potty. Thanks for showing up. Thank you for the bits. Much appreciated.
Oh, yes.
What 3080 news? Can you sum it up? 40% faster in regular games. That's the general rumor.
That is glorious.
Everybody's laughing at your He-Man emotes.
The next background used to be He-Man.
No.
Just that on loop.
Yes, cockroaches might love heat, but they don't love being on fire. I'm sure EVGA would love the video. Bro, get a video of cockroaches in your EVGA power supply, turning it on, setting it on fire, and I'll post it to the channel.
Hans, it's a Flammenwaffe.
Do they deliver to us? Does who deliver to who?
Oh, it was a statement.
Oh,
Yeah.
for gas. No, the US produces most of its own. That would be... Isn't animal cruelty? I don't think killing cockroaches is ever considered animal cruelty. We have like a threshold of where animals stop mattering. And insects on down is pretty there. Cockroaches are like some of the most despised technical insects because people will consider them insects.
If they're furry, people tend to care about them more.
Yes, if they have fur on them. Unless your cockroach has fur, and in which case you're freaked out. If it's wearing like a rat skin.
I was going somewhere different.
The cockamouse. What's that from?
How I Met Your Mother.
Right, yes. So, yeah, or it's a cockroach that has won the fighting championship and is now wearing the skin of its opponents that it's killed. In which case, then you're terrified. And killing it wouldn't be that bad. A furry spider. Do furries like to dress up as spiders?
Ooh, that's a whole new level of furryism.
I don't know if they cross the border into insects.
Yeah.
Probably not. There's got to be one.
Yeti corn, what are you talking about? Why are we discussing furry spiders?
Furry animals. Do furry spiders matter? Or can you squish them?
No, he was asking about people who are furries becoming spiders.
Oh. Are you going to squish those people too?
But aren't they burnt cockroaches or cockroach toast? Asking the real existential questions that we need answered in this life.
That is the best throwback question.
Cockroach toast or burnt cockroaches?
Do you think like burnt cockroaches have a smell?
I'm sure they do. 219 at the gate, 506 Northwest 13th Terrace. I just go to whatever's closest. I don't really go shopping around for gas. That's a stress I don't need in my life, which is also why I don't have hair. Everything's getting really stressful for coronavirus, so I just offed the hair. Just don't need to deal with it. I want a Not Who's t-shirt. It's not a bad idea.
Not who's.
Not Who's.
Would you just turn this cup over?
No, the colors are backwards. The colors have to be switched. That's why I can't just turn it upside down. The colors aren't right. It has nothing to do with the orientation of the letters. It's the color. I don't think there's a Costco in Gainesville. I think we only have it. Sam's on the wrong side of town.
What's a Costco?
It's basically a Sam's.
What's the Sam's?
I've already told you this a million times. It's a bulk warehouse type place.
Oh yeah,
It's
Sam's
like Macro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Costco is a better version of that. I like your t-shirt, specifically the F key.
You're welcome.
Press.
Oh.
Sorry, that was a little...
Respect.
Press F to pay respect. You can absolutely do that. It's a Friday.
It is Friday, my dude.
So are we ready for starting on Monday for the streams? Oh, we got another no. Camels may cry. Not animals may cry. He said, high five for the dono. Any idea when the PS5 is coming, or should I just go for a PS4 Pro? Holiday 2020 is as close as I can tell you. So if I had to guess, I'd say the end of October. So if you want to play Final Fantasy VII, you want to play The Last of Us 2, you want to play Ghost of Tsushima, you want to play Persona 5 Royal before October, then you should probably pick up a PS4 Pro now. Otherwise, you can usually find like new ones for $300 if they're on sale.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you can get a pretty decent deal on it. I don't imagine that the PS5 is going to be anywhere near $400. So you're going to spend less money on a PS4 Pro. The PS5 will definitely be an upgrade path. And I believe Sony has said that a lot of the PS4 games that are coming out this year will be backwards compatible on PS5. So if you pick up the games now, it's not like you're not going to be able to play them if you get the next platform. So if you want to play the games as they're coming out, with obviously Final Fantasy VII Remake is a huge one, then get a PS4 Pro now. Do you ship to the EU? Yes, our merch store does have an EU version.
I wonder if that counts for like only digital copies. Will you be able to install them, or like
it should be physical?
Could you put the physical disc in?
Yeah, because it should be the same, because it's not a new like Blu-ray's backwards compatible as well. So even if they have a 4K Blu-ray player in the PS5, you'll be able to play the original discs, and then it's the same. It's still x86.
Yeah, I was just wondering if there was going to be differences, like if they have a specific digital version for the PS5.
Yeah, I don't think so. So the reason there's like PS4 versions of PS3 games is just because of the cell architecture. So they had to like remaster it quickly in order for it to actually be usable. But for other things, it won't be that way.
It's confusing.
PS4 Pro runs like a gen engine. It actually depends on when you purchased it. So a lot of the earlier models are louder and less power efficient than the more recent models. So I have a Death Stranding one that I picked up when I moved back to the States. And that thing is whisper quiet, which I was only able to achieve on my launch edition PS4 Pro by putting liquid metal on it. So they sound about the same, my liquid metal PS4 Pro and then my new one that I just got.
I remember your PS4 Pro was loud. I walked into your room when you were playing something, and I was just like, dude, your PlayStation's not right.
It's because it was a launch model, and those were the least efficient. I know yours was a launch model too, or
somewhere around there.
I think we did have different versions.
Yes.
Yeah, because you got yours closer to Christmas. I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So
mine was significantly quieter, so I was used to how mine was. So the minute I walked into your room and heard how loud yours
was insane, which is why we had to put liquid metal on it. Too lazy to ask more questions. Well, thank you for the dono. Even if you're too lazy, your finances make us lazier.
So on Monday of the stream, you'll need the coolest piece of tech and the dumbest piece of tech.
Okay,
Then something ancient or obscure.
I already have that.
Cool.
So we just need. So, just so everybody knows what's the plan for next week, we're actually going to be rolling out our new streaming series, which we don't have a name for, but we already have the content already set up. So we'll decide on names later. Name doesn't matter. The content actually does. So next week we are going to still do Hot News Live, but then after we're finished with Hot News, we'll have a new streaming setup that will be a new streaming show that will be a bit more structured and programmed.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited.
What's your audio setup look like for these two person streams with you guys moving all over the place?
Take a picture.
I'm gonna DM you, friend.
Cat in the
No,
background.
I can't see you because the.
Is it blowing it out?
Yeah, I'll just. Cat. Okay. I'll send it to you on Insta.
It's nice. It's real nice.
So we have everything on a single movable tripod, which is then has like arms, and we have a mic right here, a single lights, camera there, then we have our streaming section over there. Obviously, we have a stream manager, Catlin, who's running everything.
Otherwise, we'd have to have all kinds of.
All we need to do is
Doodads.
bring the stream deck over here.
But even also the Go XLR, we'd have to like control
Nah, we would forego that because it's just a pain in the butt.
eventually.
Swap out.
Because how often do you really even touch the audio?
Hardly.
Yeah.
Unless I get an audio input, then
Yeah.
you know.
It's not necessary. PS5 versions will probably be Ultra HD. Yeah, for the Blu-ray, it's going to be the full 4K experience more than likely. I think they confirmed that. I think Sony confirmed the full PS5 Blu-ray experience.
I have zero clue.
I don't remember. Hot streams with pea crystals.
With.
But
No.
I'm wondering now. They could probably get away with the PS4 discs in the PS5 if you download a digital patch that will upgrade things.
no,
Upgrade what? What do they need to upgrade?
I don't know, resolution and how the game perceives things.
Deserves a raise.
Does he? What's he done?
What'd I do?
Camels May Cry says you deserve a raise.
Put up with you.
My family does that for free, so y'all shut it. The scale of the text for the comments is cracking me up. Looks like my grandparents' laptop. Where? What? On this? It's not my fault you can't read. Get new eyes. I don't know.
Get the zoomy eyes.
Yes, because that's the thing. Optical implants for optical zoom on your eyeballs. Officially, the stream is known as Not News.
Not news.
Currently, it is Not News. We're just continuing because you guys continue to chat with us. And we only have other things to do today and just haven't gotten around to that. We still have to record the Hot News for this weekend, so you guys got it early before even it's been recorded for editations. Oh, I didn't order pizza. Oh, we have pizza in the... Okay. It's Pizza Friday.
Pizza Friday.
Every Friday is Pizza Friday in the office, so we all have pizza.
It's Pizza Friday.
Oh, coming in hot with the no.
You're welcome.
I'm going to go turn on the oven.
Go do that.
Or $5 donation to Fire Reese.
Fired. Reverse fired you first.
Yes. Okay. If you're going to reverse fire me, I'm going to deport you.
You're unreverse fired.
Thank you. Flexing on them haters with that power to deport. Yeah.
He just doesn't know I'm going to take everything with me.
Off the set decorations. So it looks like a proper separation. You took out my stuff.
Where's the button to apply to become a UFD sponsored athlete and get free shirts to continue my collection?
That doesn't exist. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Catlin, can you go into the zoom in screen and then drag things around and we'll show everybody our current decoration?
We got lots of stuff to show
Okay.
you guys.
So we have this date, which is March 9th. We're never changing that. It's always going to be March 9th. You figure it out and you let us know why we chose March 9th. Over here, we have Kratos riding a llama.
You're welcome.
It's the best thing. Catlin, can you go to the Fugler zoom in? That's gonna be better. It's gonna be closer. That's close.
Ooh, coming in
There we go.
hot.
We got Kratos riding a llama. Then we got Ferdinand, the Fugler fox.
It's beautiful. I
He-
love him.
He has some crack issues. We're working with him on that.
That's why
Yeah.
he's tied there.
Moving on down, we have a melted Vader face. Then
It's
next to
gorgeous.
that, we have Arsene from Persona 5. Then next to that, we have the Witch King, riding his Nazgul. It's beautiful. Then below that, we have a ghost from Destiny 2.
He's
A
seen
vinyl
better
ghost.
days.
We have Sora from Kingdom Hearts 2. Then we have Geralt fighting the Leshen.
I love it.
Beautiful. Now follow me. Not there. Go up.
There, perfect.
Over here. We have handsome Squidward.
Handsome.
So beautiful. Now go on down. Move down. He's got chest hairs. It's beautiful. Okay, now let's move on over here. Reese, get out of my...
I'm out of the way.
We have this cool looking geometric shape thing.
That's my special time machine device.
Then we got a pineapple. We saw a gold pineapple. We needed gold pineapple. Then
Very
we've got
attractive. Shiny things.
Zed on a globe because Zed's ruling the world. Yeah. Let's move on down. We forgot to put the light in the head.
Dang it!
Dang it, we've got a glass head with headphones on it.
And we put a light in it and make it shine.
Yeah, then we got Joker from Persona 5, and then we got Shenron protecting his balls, his dragon balls.
He's got a lot of them.
The dragons have 7 balls for some reason. I don't know why 2's not enough, but there you go. I guess procreating wishes takes a lot of energy.
That's fair.
Then we got a
Move your laptop.
Close the laptop. Just close.
Shredder, and then we got a Vegeta, and then we got a Fix It Felix Jr. game.
Fix it, Felix.
Fix it, Felix!
It actually works.
It actually works.
It's not a very fun game, but it works.
Alright. You can fix the Fugler thing later. We got another dono from Camels May Cry. Pizza is on me tonight. Fire Reese, then give him a raise, then fire him again. You're fired. Have some money. Go away. I hate you. You're fired.
That's fair.
What a roller coaster of emotions you just went through.
March 9th, the Zodiac people are on the cusp of sensitivity. Reese, can you please cusp my sensitivity?
Did you what?
Please cusp it.
I don't know where it is.
Touch it. Somebody wrote that in chat, okay? It's not my fault that exists. You can't write that one down. We also got another Twitch follow. Thanks for the follow on Twitch, friends. We really appreciate it. Just works. We have no hentai propaganda. We are an anti-hentai establishment.
I guess this from a distance looks like that hoodie.
No,
if you
but
don't see the detail.
it's D-brand skin, which is also anti.
D-brand would totally make a skin like that. That
No,
worries
they
me.
wouldn't. They wouldn't.
They would make a secret.
Robots have no desire.
They would make a black market version.
They would not. Yeah, we're
NZXT would. They would come out with a case.
I can see that. Yeah. But they also are a little anti-weeb too. They have that
Sometimes.
balance. So, I don't know. Oh, Camels May Cry with more Twitch subs
Hey.
being gifted. Thank you for the gift of the tier 1 sub.
Many, many gifts.
Appreciate it. Hantifa.
Oh no, it's off.
It's time to stop.
It's time to stop.
Please.
Add that to the soundboard.
Please.
It's time to stop.
Please stop.
Where are your parents?
New Twitch follower. Thanks for the follow on Twitch, Mr. Charlie.
Much appreciated.
1993, you a little baby.
Excuse me.
People born in 1993 are youngins.
That's fair. They're younger than me, so.
Reese, I need a hype command. Reese doesn't control the commands. We don't need Hinai, but a life-size Catalan action figure would be cool. Whoa, okay. Why are those in the same sentence? If you don't play disgusting, I'm going to be disappointed.
Disgusting!
Thank you.
I was going to play this one.
Nani?
I can't hear it. What was it?
Nani?
Nani.
Can we please not objectify Catelyn? It's not cool. If you need to objectify somebody.
Handsome Squidward.
I would get a cardboard size cutout of him.
I would tattoo him on my arm here.
Do
Just-
it.
Can we make that the next 24-hour live stream goal?
Just like a handsome Squidward tattoo.
What's the dilly with tittle Bretts? Do you mean little Bretts? Because I know I've been gaining weight, but please don't body shame me right now. Do you mean little Brett? Because I can talk about little Brett, but I'm not going to talk about tittle Brett.
Maybe they mean title?
Oh, it could be title, yes. Okay, moving on. Can you go through the tech specs real quick for me? I joined late for the GPU. Yeah. Okay, since people are wanting to know more about the details of the title, give me one moment. Catlin, can you please switch over to my laptop? You don't need to bring it up on the A screen anyways. It's fine. Okay, so we have specs that were rumored from NVIDIA for the 3080 Ti. It looks like it will be produced on Samsung's 10 nanometer process. It will have much higher CUDA cores, 5,376, and it looks like it potentially could have much better gaming performance in regular games and not just on ray tracing. There's been previous rumors that indicated that the ray tracing performance would be between 50 and 100% faster than it was on the 2080 Ti because it's the first generation of ray tracing. This is actually saying 40% better gaming performance, which is a huge jump that we haven't seen in recent iterations. The jump from the 9th to the 10th series is probably like 28%, if I recall correctly. I might be wrong, but 40% gaming performance on the 3080 Ti. The 3080 Ti will be the only one that supports multi-GPU or SLI, but it's obviously NVLink at this point. And RTX is going to be on all chips no matter what, even the low-end GA107, whereas currently the TU107 is the GTX series of cards. NVIDIA will be rolling out RTX to everybody, and with their improvements to RTX, we're going to get better ray tracing performance from them as well. Yes.
I'm hyped.
Yes.
Honestly, if the little cards can get a massive bump in performance, I will be happy. Because I've never really had the desire for one of the big boys. It was never in my budget growing up, so I kind of I rolled with what I had.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing the little guys getting a significant performance bump that would bring
Hopefully
everything up a level,
yeah,
would make me happy. It makes me happy because I know them boys is out there who can't afford the big boys.
Yeah. And then also to note, if we could just switch back to my screen quickly, compared to the 2080 Ti, the 3070, or this would be the 3080, sorry, the 3080 would be 110% faster than the 2080 Ti, and the 3070 would be 95% of the 2080 Ti, which would be a 1080 Ti. So the 3070 will be a 1080 Ti, is the general idea. So they're just stopping it down one more. But the 40% with the 3080 Ti will be a pretty big deal. Yeah, there we go. That's the dealio. Will it still have 11 gigabytes? So the rumor says 12 gigabytes.
I can see 12.
Do you use NVIDIA GPU for optimizing coding? No, we have a 3950X, so we just brute force it with the CPU. I think, oh no, it does have a 2080 Super, but we're not using NVENC. We just have a 2080 Super in there because that was the only spare GPU we had.
It works.
Everything just works. No new Titan rumors? Not that I'm aware of, no. So the GA102 obviously could be a Titan, but the Titan really isn't a consumer class card anymore ever since the Titan V, where NVIDIA made it $2,500. Then you have the RTX Titan, which is $3,000. It's not really in everybody's price bracket, whereas the Titan XP, $1,200. It's expensive, but at least you could pull it up just a little bit. I don't know. Would a Ryzen 7 3800X be a good upgrade for my 1700, or will it still bottleneck your 2080 Ti? Bottlenecking your 2080 Ti is a matter of what resolution and frame rate you're trying to achieve. But yes, the 3800X would be a good upgrade from your 1700. Whether or not it's going to be worth it for you depends on whether or not you're currently satisfied with your 2080 Ti gaming performance. Because if you enjoy the performance you're already getting, why spend more money to get something new? Just because you wanna? That's bad. I have to learn that lesson. Don't just buy things because they're new and shiny, Brett. The monitor is usually the bottleneck. Yeah.
For a lot of people, yeah. Throw thousands and thousands at their system when they're playing on a 60 hertz screen.
Or just 1080p 144.
Even that, yeah.
Which is 2080 Ti with FIFA Ultimate.
I just know people in my life who've like, they have machines worth thousands, yet they're running a 1080p 60 hertz screen.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I've never understood that side of things. I value, I think it's because of the photography background. I value monitors a lot more than I did a couple of years back. But that's mostly for other reasons. But then I did start getting into how important monitor specs actually are. Brett's making us some pizza because it's Pizza Fridays. And I am starting to get real hungry actually.
Yes.
You could play that to the tune of pizza. Is anyone else devastated by Dying Light 2 delay? Catlin, do you have anything? It has apparently.
Was there a second one?
Yes, the second one they've been working on for quite a while now, and they've just been giving like teasers and hints and then saying it's going to be their biggest and best game ever, which is what you typically do as a game studio. You never want to like underhype your own game, but
I feel like Dying Light would ideally be a VR game.
ooh, that could be fun,
Because
especially.
it's focused on the hardcore
Yeah.
first-person zombies in your face action.
I love the whole parkour side of Dying
It's
Light.
like Mirror's Edge, but with zombies.
Yes,
Best thing ever.
zombies and crafting your own stuff and just running and jumping and flying, kicking zombies. That was the best part.
So,
Okay, so we have 20 minutes until the pizza's done, and that's when we'll stop the stream.
but I don't mind them delaying games ever.
Yes.
I actually much prefer it if they delay games because I would rather have a finished product. I wish they delay Final Fantasy VII.
I don't want to hear this anymore.
I wish they would because
They did!
No, I know. They delayed Kingdom Hearts 3 and it wasn't finished. They released an unfinished game.
You're saying you wish they delayed it. They did. You got your wish.
I hope they finish
Lost.
it, but I just know they're not going to.
I'm with Catlin on this camp. I would rather wait an extra year, an extra 2 years, an extra however long than get a game that I've been hyped for so long that is unsatisfying.
I would rather get a 40-hour Final Fantasy game than a 120-hour one.
No.
She just flat out
I
said
don't
no.
care. I said I would rather.
I don't care. I just want a finished game.
Yes, they can finish the first part of the story in 40 hours. That's enough game for me. I don't need any more. I can wait for the next one. Just like a TV series. If they can give me all of the details I need in a 22-minute episode, I will wait for the next one. If I get all the game I need in 40 hours and it's still a complete 40-hour game, I don't care what comes next. I'll wait for it.
But the fact is, this specifically will not be a complete 40-hour game because we know the game behind
But it will.
is
It
more.
will have an arc, and it will be done in 40 hours. And just because we know that Final Fantasy VII goes on, doesn't mean that the Final Fantasy VII remake needs to go on.
I feel differently on that one.
Brett
To
needs
me-
to teach me how to be a dad, work, run a YouTube channel, and then find time to play video games. I don't play video games, my friend. And if I do, it's because I'm cutting out one of those other priorities and hurting my life. Is pizza toast? Is pizza soup?
No.
Excuse me.
It has
Put,
juice.
put that back in your mouth.
If you if you fold the pizza up and make a bowl in the middle, all of the oil and the juice will collect, and then you drink it.
I'm just thinking with that pepperoni pizza we had a
Yeah.
while back, you could have done that.
It was oil soup.
That thing was, whew, that was, yeah. It was nice, but that was way too oily.
No.
Do you eat pizza in Sicily? What's Sicily?
Did they mean Sicily?
It's possible that's what they meant. We got another no.
Oh.
$3 from Camels May Cry again. Thanks for the stream. I'm sleepy. Gamers Nexus. What do they have to do with it? Bye.
Bye. If you're sleepy, go get some sleep.
Go get some sleep. Godslayer Demon Hunter gave us a follow as well. Thanks for the Twitch follow, my friend.
Many
Pizza is not soup. It is a juice. Pizza is
This
juice.
is pizza juice. Ah,
It's the damn island below Italy. Do you mean Sicily? Not Sicily. Sicily.
Maybe it's a regional spelling. I don't know.
It's not.
It's not. I know.
Regional
I was
spelling
trying to be
is-
nice.
I'd drink a pizza smoothie.
Yeah, I was just thinking that if you put a pizza in a blender,
Yes.
is it pizza juice?
Yes, but then if you put that juice in a pizza that you can turn into a bowl,
Is it back to a
is
pizza?
it a soup? I need answers. Enjoy the pizza. GN equals good night. Good night, friend. I know it means good night. I was just messing with you. Appreciate the dono. Thank you so much, Camels McCray. Existential question. Is a pizza round or flat? That's a good one. I'm writing that one down.
What?
That is a great one. Would you refer to a pizza as being round or flat? Oh, we just got another Twitch follow. Thanks for the follow on Twitch, friend.
Oh, spicy hand.
Probably flat.
Is it flat or is
It's
it round?
both.
Can only be one.
Can't only be one.
It is only one.
What about the Earth, Catlin?
See, is the Earth round or flat?
Both.
Eh.
This is the truth they want to hide from us.
Can you make a pizza ball?
Probably could.
They're pizza rolls. You just turn them into a sphere.
If you made like just a sphere of dough, put pizza toppings all around, just rolled it in pizza toppings.
What about a pizza geode? So all the stuff's inside, but it's a sphere.
There's a reason you're not up here.
I think
And
she's
on
onto
the mic.
something.
No, you can leave too. You can go sit
That
down.
sounds so good.
Callan asked, what if we had a pizza geode?
I think it may be just because I'm hungry, but that sounds amazing.
It's because you're hungry.
I want to try it.
The difficulty that you would have with a ball-shaped pizza is even cooking.
Yeah, it would get nasty towards the middle.
Yeah, it'd be very raw. It'd be hard to actually...
That's where you get your salmonella from.
That is where you get your salmonella. Darn flat pizzaers don't deny the majestic roundness of the pizza.
We've been missing out.
I think it's considered flat because it doesn't rise.
But it does rise.
Not as much as.
You just said it didn't rise. And now when I countered that, you said not as much. So it does. It does rise. The pizza also rises.
Sure.
Do cockroaches count as a pizza topping?
You said that funny.
Cockroaches.
Conk. Do you guys like board games? I do.
The 2080 is better overall compared to the 1080 Ti, particularly if you can get them at similar prices, and you have ray tracing.
I think I would rather see ray tracing in like game remakes.
Yes, that would make a lot more sense. Just like they did with Quake 2.
Yeah.
Almost what they're doing with Minecraft, because technically it's been out long enough that it's a remade
That
version
is very
with
true.
RTX.
Minecraft has had a very long lifespan.
Yes.
So doing a refresh with ray tracing feels like a brand new thing.
Yes.
It feels like a remaster of a game that's already currently ongoing. I like that.
Mm-hmm. All the pizza talk is making me hungry. That's because we're baking pizza. We're waiting on our pizza. We have 13 minutes left before our pizza is done.
I am honestly, like, if they could do stuff like more old Quakes and that Serious Sam collection again, just like with ray tracing,
Mm-hmm.
I would replay those games. Not specifically for the ray tracing, but because it would be just a slightly fresh reason to go back and
Did you just say fresh and
yes,
because you're hungry?
maybe.
What game did you always want but never got made?
Okay, good question.
Callan asked, what game did you always want but never got made?
Mine was Jack 4.
I'm trying to think of like what would be my ultimate. I'm blanking now. My brain
Do you
is
think
just
the
running.
price point of a console is going to break 500 USD via PS5? I think it's going to break 700. I don't think consoles are going to be cheap. I think they're going to be cheap consoles, but I don't think they're going to be like the flagships aren't. They're going to have two consoles. They're going to have the fast one and the regular one, The regular one's going to be $500. The fast one's going to be even more. Half-Life 3, somebody said. Astro Train.
That's fair.
It's a legitimate suggestion.
I'm trying to remember the name of this. It was a JRPG that I played many, many years ago. I for the life of me, I cannot remember the name of this thing.
What was the story? Was it?
From what, like the little bits that I can remember, you were this dude who was like a knight. He had red hair.
You're describing all Final Fantasies right now.
Exactly, like very anime protagonist vibes. Then there was a princess you had to guard. That's why I cannot find this online. Like I'm trying to search all these keywords and I just get everything.
Yeah.
But it was.
Are you talking about Dragon Quest?
I don't think it was a dragon. No, it wasn't like that kind of JRPG.
Okay.
If we're talking old Dragon Quest, no.
Okay.
It was 3D. It did have a very, very long campaign. I'm just trying to remember more details about this because it's been absolutely bugging me for years.
Are you talking about Ronald McDonald's?
I am not.
And how he needs to go save the Hamburglar.
No, but that would be amazing. We need a remake.
A third-person remake of Metroid. That's not a bad idea.
That would be cool. I like that idea.
3 versions, 400, 600, and 1000 USD. I don't see them coming out with 3. That would be too complicated. I think what's the more likely scenario is that they would say the cheap one is the previous generation. So the Xbox One X is the cheap Xbox. So they've already dropped the price to $300 on the Xbox One X. They keep that one at $3. They bring in the Xbox Series S at $500 to $600, and then the Series X is $1,000. Sounds like he's describing JRPGs in general and not a specific one.
That's why it's been so hard to
Are
find.
you sure it's not your brain just merging like all of them together?
No.
And you're coming...
I remember mostly what the main character looked like. There were 4 people in the party, which is also very... there was one section where you had to fight these like...
creatures?
They were like mermaid-looking people.
Oh, yeah.
It was a
that
whole
gets
arc.
very specific.
It was a whole arc within this thing.
I can't think of redhead protagonist.
No,
Golden Axe?
let me Google it.
What if they made it cheap but sell all your data they collect on the consoles? Microsoft's doing that anyways. Why make it cheap when you could still sell the data after making it expensive?
No, this Golden Axe is a side-scrolling beat-em-up. It's not that.
Oh, Chrono Trigger.
It's not Chrono Trigger.
Which just had its 20th anniversary, I think?
Whew.
Yeah.
Ark the Lad.
Yeah, I'm. One day I'll figure out what this game was, and I'll be happy because I'll see if I can get it again.
But it is not this day. Golden Axe 64 was amazing.
I never played that. We never had the Nintendo 64 in South Africa.
Do you mean Golden Eye 64?
We had that Sega Mega Drive game on PS2 that had all those.
Yeah. They had like a collection.
Sonic.
But yeah, we didn't get much Nintendo stuff. I don't think we even got the SNES. We just had
SNES.
SNES, SNES, whatever.
I've never heard anybody in America call it the SNES.
That's the thing. Like I always called it the SNES.
Yeah.
And then I started watching videos and everyone calls it the SNES, and I'm just like, I've been saying it wrong.
No, I don't know.
I know, and it feels wrong.
It does.
We had the Famicom, which was Nintendo's NES for other countries.
Yeah. Was that officially Nintendo?
Yes.
Okay.
It was the Nintendo Famicom thingy. You did get the knockoffs as well.
Okay.
The family computer, like weird. They were all knockoffs.
Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver remake would be cool. Parasite Eve needs a remake.
Ooh!
I would appreciate that.
Fun fact, involves a little bit of piracy.
Okay.
I was young. This was PS2 days. I had Parasite Eve on PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
And then it might have even been early PS3, like Xbox 360 time. And I really wanted to replay it. So I got an emulator and I downloaded the game again. the disc 2 didn't work.
Oh.
So you play all the way up, and then it's like switch to disc 2, and then the game like breaks.
Oh,
It was the worst thing.
that sucks. Well, you know, with Square Enix's news that they're working to give us announcements for E3, maybe a Parasite Eve remake is in the works, which means we will get it in 2030.
Yes,
Thought 2035.
the nostalgia will be extra crispy there.
15 years. Those crabs have to be getting tired. No, dude, they are powered by pure passion and charisma and joy.
When you have this much good times, you don't get tired.
We need to get like a proper sound system in here and like shake the walls. Anyways,
Just with crab rave.
Thunder Life with the $2 dono. Thank you. Metroid remake in third person and Parasite Eve remake. We're down with that. Yes.
I would love a Parasite Eve remake.
Does a one-legged duck swim in a circle?
Yes.
Technically, they don't swim.
No,
They paddle.
he paddles in a circle.
Yeah. You guys need to eat. Well, the pizza will be done in 5 minutes, so we got 5 minutes left. Ooh, sexy elbow. I got you. I got you. That's just, yeah.
You had to make those noises.
Yeah, baby.
You
Would you rather eat a baby goat or a
Matzah
matzah baby?
baby. What's
Ty the Tasmanian Tiger got a remake yet? I don't think so. That could be cool. Do you remember? Oh, there was a fighting game on the original PlayStation. It came in the demo where you were a person fighting, but that you can transform into an animal. It was called Bloody something? Bloody Roar?
Bloody Roar was a thing.
Is that the fighting game I'm thinking of? Bloody Roar is a series of fighting games. Yeah. I remember playing this on the PlayStation demo disc. Yeah. Okay, the game's theme incorporated anthropomorphism, where the player has the ability to transform into a half-human, half-animal creature known as a zoanthrope. Dope. I remember this. Can you send me photos of a 2080 Ti? I need more tech board in my life. We don't own a 2080 Ti, my friend. I'm sorry. After every stream, my wife laughs at whatever dumb thing I said. Can only imagine Brett's wife watching her husband dance with the crabs and Reese's cup. My wife has chosen to stop watching our things.
That's fair.
She also has known very early on that I am not a normal person. So she's gotten used to it. I explain what I did, and she just goes, "Of course you did."
Just a blanket statement at this point. Demo discs were the best, worst. Agreed. I had many, many good times. We had a PC format and a NAG subscription. Every month it would come with a disc and it would have demos. I do remember one thing. This was how many years back where they would advertise huge 100 megabyte demo. Massive.
It's so big. So big, even though a CD can hold 700 megabytes.
That was taking up 100 of those.
Oh, wow, 1/7 of the entire disc.
Huge.
It's massive.
My PS2 memory card had a whole 8 megabytes.
That was the normal one. Congratulations on having an 8 megabyte PS2
I had
card.
to get a 16 meg one.
Yeah, I know you were
eventually.
going to flex on us with that.
It had the big bump. It's got them curves.
Can you mail me a spare 2070? I could use it if you have one lying around. Okay, one, nobody ever has a spare 2070 lying around. Also, I don't have a 2070. It's a weird thing to ask people that they have spare things.
If you're gonna ask for a spare one, go for the big boys.
Because your chances of getting denied are the exact same.
Exactly. But at least you sound better.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
You sound more greedy, actually. Do you have this multiple $100 thing lying around? May I have?
Yes.
For literally nothing?
For everyone.
Yes.
Just have to ask.
Twisted Metal PS5.
Okay.
I have a spare 2080 Ti just mining worthless Bitcoin.
Yeah.
It's not spare because if Bitcoin does become super worthless, you would sell it. It's not worthless. You could sell it for money. Can you send me an 8600 GT? Nay. If I had one, I'd be using it.
That was the card I really wanted back in the day.
That's the one I had. That was my first card. That's why I would keep it.
I had this was ATI Radeon still, an X1600 XT. They sent me the XT version by mistake, which was nice, but then after that, the next upgrade I wanted to do was the 8600 GT. I had my eyes fixed on that. And then I sold my gaming PC. I think I sold it to Byron, or parts to him,
Of course.
because I was getting heavy into guitar at the time, and it's like, I'm a get money and spend it all on guitars and stuff.
Do you guys have any spare Reese's peanut butter cups?
So
lying around?
many.
No, they're not spare. They're going to be eaten. Also, just getting back to Logic Encrypted, saying Jay's 2 cents and Linus have spare GPUs lying around. If you go to a construction company, would you ask them for free ladders because you just have them lying around? They're the tools of the business. They're not spare. They're just not currently being utilized for the task at hand, but they need to be there for the business. Pizza's done. Stream's over. Bye.
Okay.
Bye, fam.
bye.
It's pizza time. I'm so hangry.